We play rock and roll. All we do now, we don't like add in. Some clubs will play a little bit of rock and roll. We play only rock and roll. I like the girls that come here.
All right, we're on Disco Acid Cult TV.
What's good?
What have you been up to for the day?
Nah, nothing much. Just work shit. What about you?
Nothing. I think this is the first stream of 2026.
It is, yeah. 2026 New Year, bro.
Since I wasn't on last week. Yeah, I was going to get on last week on Wednesday, but there was no Annie or Johnny, so I said, fuck it. I don't want to do another solo stream. I messed around with TikTok.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have TikTok Studio on my computer now. I want to start streaming on TikTok. I would do that totally separate from this, though, because TikTok is stricter with the language.
Yeah, I got to be more careful.
Yeah, on TikTok, I want to stream with that Mexican chick in LA that I talked to, because I don't know, I feel like she would say better stuff for TikTok, just like the way she is.
Yeah, someone more what's the word?
I guess modern is
modern. I agree, more modern.
That would be my nice way of putting it. I think she'd do well on TikTok. I just need to get her to the point where she would like argue with me. And I'm sure the first few times she'd be like trying to be nice, but
yeah,
I would like to get her to like argue with me about stuff. Like when I say something that she thinks is inappropriate, like I would want her to.
Would you want it to be like whatever podcast? Like you're rage baiting her, knowing that she's gonna get mad?
I guess that'd be like the modern day version of what I would say, like Howard Stern style, where they all get into arguments with each other. But yeah, the modern day version would be like, if I call some girl a whore, I would want her to get mad about that. And, oh no, you can't say that. And then I would explain.
That happened to me at school a few months ago. They were doing like a fire drill. And keep in mind, I won't be too specific, but I'm in grad school kind of. And they're doing like a fire drill. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is university. It's not supposed to be fire drill. And some lady's on a megaphone, and I was like, oh, shut up, bitch. And some girl next to me is like, men aren't supposed to say that. Wait. I was like, I don't care.
Hey, men, like girls can call each other bitches.
That's what she was implying. She's like, yeah, I don't let men around me say that. I was just like, what? You're gonna stand up for the lady with the megaphone?
Well, you're like, do we call dudes a bitch more often than we call? Like, I don't usually call girls bitches. I'm more inclined to call a dude a bitch.
Yeah, if your buddy's acting like a bitch or someone else acting like a bitch, you say, oh, you're acting like a bitch, bro.
Yeah. It's funny. I was thinking about that with, because I'm always thinking about how millennials, I swear millennials are the worst generation of all time.
Yeah.
Myself being a millennial, because millennials are the generation that, like, we grew up talking like that. Like, we all grew up calling people faggots and retards.
Yeah.
And it was totally fine. And then millennials allowed themselves to be like propagandized into believing that those words are like bad words. Like, brother, you grew up talking like that. And the entire time we were talking like that, there was always a universal understanding that you're not actually insulting gay people or mentally disabled people. You don't go around calling gay people faggots. You go around calling your friends faggots, or like, people that you're talking shit to faggots. But then millennials like played along and went along with like, oh no, well, we actually can't say that because we've grown up and matured, and we learned that those words are harmful. And it's like, no, you just allowed yourself to become a fucking wuss about this stuff.
Yeah, you censored yourself. I saw a good video. This guy was like, oh, people were saying retarded, the R words back. And it's like, dude, the retarded never left. People have always said retarded. You just convinced yourself that it was something bad.
Yeah. You like, and it's kind of like allowing people to tell you what you're thinking, because it's like, like I say those words because I know what I'm thinking when I say them. Like, I know that I'm not actually, I would never walk up to like a person with fucking Down syndrome and be like, haha, retard.
Yeah, exactly. Because that'd be fucked up. Or you never walk up to a gay dude and be like, oh, fag. Like, why would you do that, But if you're calling your buddy a faggot because he's acting like a fag, then like whatever, who cares?
Yeah, yeah, no, they just eliminate all the context, and then they tell you that it's actually wrong, and yeah, and it's like, "You're not gonna tell me what I mean by these words, because I know exactly what I mean."
Yeah, it's acting like it's almost like they feel guilty for their actions and words, so they have to put that onto you and make you want to feel that way too. It's very weird.
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of it is
Yeah.
they just it's just dragging other people into the boat with them because of some reason or another.
Yeah, they always have bad personal lives. I think they're always doing something bad behind the scenes, so they got to make up for it.
Yeah, it just makes them feel better, like better people.
Yeah,
It's all virtue signaling at the end of the day, but yeah, millennials are, like, the worst. They're the ones that started all this. It's like, you guys realize if you guys would've just said, "No, that's gay," every time CNN or some trendy, like, BuzzFeed or, Vice tried to tell you, like, it could have stopped with millennials, like, it could have started in
yeah.
there, but they decided to do it, and then Gen Z came along and kind of adopted it, and
Well, I think it's one thing if like you personally were like, oh, I don't want to say retarded anymore, because I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think that's fine, but if you start like guilt tripping other people for doing it, I think that's when it becomes a problem.
yeah, they started telling everyone else they have to talk this way
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's like the same. It really started all with fucking Trump in 2016, bro. I think that was like the setting off point. But like, oh, if you vote for Trump, you're a fascist or whatever. It's like all this crazy extreme. Like, oh, if you do this, then this means that, and this means that if you do this, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I also see 2016 as the year. To me, the first thing I ever really noticed that I thought shit was getting weird was the introduction of the safe spaces when Trump
Oh
won.
yeah,
And there were all these articles about how colleges are letting kids basically go sit in closets and cry because they can't handle the election. I was like,
dude. I don't
dude,
know if I
I
ever
went to college for like 2 years. I never got to go sit in a closet and cry because of something that happened.
Dude, I don't know if I ever told you this one. I was in high school during that time, and my English teacher came in fucking crying when Trump won. She was like, "Just know you guys will always be protected in my class." And me and my
Oh
friends
my,
are looking at each other like, "What the fuck is she talking about?" We're
someone should
like,
have called her
we're
a
like,
faggot.
we're like 16 at the time, and shit. We're just like, "What are you talking about?"
It's just fucking retarded. First of all, yeah, I remember when I went to school, nobody ever knew the political affiliations of our teachers. Like,
Yeah, true.
they would have never come into class talking about who they voted for or this or that. That would have never fucking happened.
Yeah,
But yeah, that it's just crazy. It's like, dude, we've been dealing like we've been through elections in our lives. Like, you either the guy you like wins or he doesn't, and then you just go on about your day. Like, it's
you just keep on bowling.
yeah, you just do what you can. You don't need to fucking cry in a closet about it. No one ever gave me the day off of school because, I got bit by a fucking wasp on my way to civics class in high school, and the teacher told me to get over it.
She probably called you emo too. Quit being emo.
It was Mr. Tut actually this time. So
I,
yeah,
I fuck with that. Mr. Tut's goated. May he rest in peace.
he
Legend.
hit me in the head with a tennis racket in computer class too one time.
That's tight.
Yeah, that needs to come back. Teachers need to hit kids or some shit, or like not hit them in the way that the women hit the teenage boys, but hit them in the way that Mr. Tut would hit a kid over the head when he was fucking around.
Shout out Mr. Toe, man.
Yeah, no, it is all ridiculous. But yeah, I always see 2016 as the year. It's funny because now 2016 has become one of those nostalgia years that people are posting about. Oh, bring back
Dude,
2016, and it's like,
2016's always been that year. Fucking LeBron, Cavs 3-1 comeback. Greatest basketball year of all time.
yeah, no, to me, 2016 is like the year when shit like went south.
Yeah, it's true. People became so polarized and retarded. It's sad.
Yeah, yeah, everyone just kind of gave in to like all the new stuff. It really is that like Trump just ran and like something broke in a lot of people. Like, I saw like on the political end of it, I've seen people with the theory that the reason Trump like devastated them is because they were gonna get Hillary, and they were planning on 8 years of Hillary after 8 years of Obama.
Yeah.
So they were gonna get a full 16 years because Hillary was gonna win. Like, who the fuck was gonna win on the right? So Jeb Bush?
No,
Like,
it was,
no,
yeah, it was Jeb Bush, Marco Rubio, and Ted Cruz.
yeah, Republicans had nobody that
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
So they were planning on getting Hillary, and then Trump came and kinda disrupted their plans, and that's why people think that that's kinda what broke.
Dude,
then
I actually feel worse for the Trump voters from back then. Dude, he hasn't done anything of what he was supposed to be like. He was supposed to be like the anti-system guy. Like, I won't take donors because I have all my own money. I'm completely removed from all that. And then he's just the most system Republican of all time. It's sad.
yeah. Well, that's kind of what makes them look even worse. It's just like, bro, you guys promised us like a fucking dictator that was going to take over the world, and then he just kind of did nothing but tweet stuff and like make
Yeah, tweet stuff and give money to fucking Israel. That's like that's
yeah,
all he does, bro. Like Israel, Ukraine, Israel, Ukraine. That's literally all he does. I don't know why they're so against him.
yeah, yeah. So then it kind of looks ridiculous. I almost have my conspiracy theory mind tells me that COVID was like a Democrat plot because they were like, oh, dude, we spent like a whole year hyping this guy up as the fucking Antichrist. He hasn't really done anything, so we need something big to kind of make him look bad. And then
Mm.
I also, conspiracy theory mind, think that's what January 6th was too. They were like, we can't just let him leave office peacefully. We told everyone this guy's a fucking dictator.
Dude, I don't know. I've heard I know that I can't remember if it's the CIA or the FBI, but they had a lot of like crisis actors there. So I don't know who really runs well, I do know who really runs the show behind the scenes, but I don't know why they would want to put that on Trump. You know what I mean?
That's just because it makes him look bad.
Yeah, but why would Israel do that?
Oh, well, that's why I would think this might, like I said, like a Democrat thing. Like
Nah, it's the two
maybe
birds of it's
it was like Israel's up at the top, but then down
yeah.
below there's still Democrats making Democrat plays.
I don't think that I don't know because it's the illusion of two parties. I think no, that's just my opinion though. I don't think they're actually separate. I think it's all a facade.
Well, no, I think that too, but they got to keep
Yeah.
the illusion going.
Oh, for the sake of the illusion, yeah, I could agree with
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
yeah. No, they're
Yeah.
definitely. I always talk about like at the Jimmy Carter funeral, Barack Obama sitting there
Yeah.
having a good laugh with Donald Trump. It's
I
like,
dap
brother,
him
just
up and
last
shit.
week you told us this guy was a racist and wanted you in chains, and now you're just hanging out, farting around, laughing with him. Like that's
Yeah, okay, yeah. For the sake of the illusion, I could totally see that.
yeah. I still think there's a lot of work that goes into the illusion.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, and clearly it fucking works. I feel like what almost everyone believes that. Although I think people are starting to wake up to the fact that you know it's like the trash can and the recycling can that go into the same
Yeah,
bag. It's the
yeah,
illusion of two choices. It's the same. I think a lot of people are starting to realize that. But I
yeah.
think a lot of people, especially like older people, like older millennials and older like boomer Gen X, I think they still believe that it really is two parties.
Oh yeah, boomers are hopeless. Boomers are like the propaganda generation. I mean, they grew up watching TV.
Yeah,
And then millennials, that's why I say millennials are the worst because millennials had a chance, all the
it's
way down
true.
to the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to just like vocabulary. Like they gave up saying words like retarded and faggot because they just allowed themselves to be taken over by fucking Vice and MSNBC and
Fucking Vice. Yeah, and for what too? I do truly wonder that these virtue signaling millennials, like, what do they get out of it at the end of the day? They don't believe that shit behind closed doors.
they just get social credit. They think it gets them laid, it gets them social credit. Yeah, and it makes them think they're good people.
Hmm,
I think stuff like that.
probably.
Okay, to finish off the little tiny bit of politics stuff, we'll do the Venezuela thing.
Venezuela,
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, okay, we know why they're fucking around in Venezuela,
of
but
course.
I was gonna say I don't know why I don't know why people that are like defending, like the Trump supporters that are defending it. I'm like, dude, you guys are
Yeah.
like that's why like I hate Democrats. I will always talk shit on left wingers, but it's not easy. Like and I don't want to defend Trump supporters, but it's like, bro, when you guys talk about, oh yeah, no new wars, no new war, and then this starts and
Yeah.
you're like,
Hell
oh no, this is
yeah.
actually a good thing. It's like,
Yeah, it's delusional at the end of the day. I can see, like I think for the people that really think, I don't know. I really don't know. What do you think the average person thinks about this? Like, give me the average Republican take and the average Democrat take.
well, the average Republican take I see is that it's a good thing because the president Maduro was a bad, brutal dictator. He was fixing elections and
I fucking hate, there's a good Nick Fuentes clip with that. Oh well, they have rigged elections, brother. We have rigged elections. Our
yeah,
our elections are fake. Come on, man.
that's what I'm saying. It's like,
Yeah.
why? Like, I would rather. It's funny how like that. Yeah, there's just a bunch of stuff you could be doing here, but instead you're running around playing capture the foreign president. It's like I guess I would say, like, I'm an isolationist, that term.
I'm a nationalist. I think playing the global police, that era is done. We need
Yeah.
to stop doing that.
Like, aside from doing trade where we need it and, like,
Yeah.
things here and there, I don't even give a fuck about allies. People talk about, "Oh, when our
Fuck.
allies go to war, we gotta protect them." I don't give a fuck what happens to any but, dude, if I see some shit going on across the street, I'm minding my own fucking business.
Exactly. Yeah.
At least until I have my own shit figured out, and we've got a lot of shit to get
Well,
figured
because
out.
that's why we have the most expensive, the strongest military in the world. We don't need allies. We have ourselves. We're a big fucking country. We're not like because I understand Italy needing allies. Italy is this fucking big, but America's huge. We have the biggest military in the world. Like we shouldn't need that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't think we should be running I mean, this is literally the Iraq thing, like, we're about to bring
Yup.
Venezuela, we're about to bring them some freedom because they had a shitty president, and
Yup.
all these Republicans that are defending it, they're the same people that would tell you, "Yeah, what George Bush did was fucked up, he lied us into war." Now we're literally doing that again.
Yeah. Well, in the I've heard the big brain play. Supposedly, uh, the the bigger picture is that China was getting too friendly with Venezuela, and a lot of people think the only reason why China doesn't invade Taiwan, it doesn't invade Taiwan. I'll put that in quotes, but is because they don't have the resources for it. At the end of the day, militaries run on oil at this point. Whoever has
Yeah.
the most oil has the most resources. And China was getting too friendly in Venezuela and other areas in Latin America. And so we had to step in and do something by taking out Maduro. And now we can put in our own puppet who will, not let China get the resources and we'll get all of them.
One of the things that's funny is that, Democrats are, like, attacking it. The one thing I will agree with is that, Democrats are like, "Oh, they're trying to lie and say they're trying to liberate the people of Venezuela and get the shitty president out of there, but what it's really all about is we just wanna take their oil." When it comes to that, that's when I'm like, "Actually, yeah, fuck yeah, we should go in there and take their oil."
I was gonna say I actually have no problem with because like at the end of the day we're a country in decline. If we need to go somewhere else and take the resources, fuck it. I don't care. It makes our quality of life better. I'm totally down with that.
That's when I start sounding heartless, when I'm like, if there's some little guy out there and he's got some shit that we need, I say, "Fuck it, we go take it." I don't get it, like,
Dude,
manifest destiny type shit is what
how
I'm
do you
talking.
think that Rome became Rome? You think they
Yeah,
became Rome by being nice to everyone? Fuck
yeah.
no, foo. Come on, man. Be real.
That is the one thing that I do like. So if that is
Yeah.
and I know that's not the full reason, but if that was the full reason, like, if
Oh,
Trump
I
came
wish that
out
was the reason. Yeah.
if he came out and said they've got a shit ton of oil and I want it, I would say, "Okay, fuck yeah, I'm down with that." Like,
Yeah.
let's go take the little guy's shit because we're the big guy, and that's why you wanna be the big guy in the world.
Yeah, that's why gas is gonna be 250 pretty soon a gallon. It's gonna be tight. I'm excited.
In
If
California, though?
That's what people are saying. I don't know how true that is. I'm sure it's not true. Not to dox myself or nothing, but in my area, it's like 350 right now.
Well, I keep seeing people will go online and complain and say, "Oh, Trump said he was gonna lower gas prices, but they're not lower."
Mhm.
And it's always somebody from California, and then a bunch of people from other states will get on there and punk them and say, "Hey, we got a gas for like $1.50 here. You just live in
Yeah, it's because
California."
we have the gas tax. I know a few of the dudes who are gonna run for governor pretty soon are gonna take away the gas tax if elected, which I'd be known for.
Yeah. As long as it's not I mean, obviously, as once they get rid of Newsom, except then he'll probably run for president, which would be
Yeah, it's good,
terrible.
dude. The shitty thing is it's gonna be fucking Newsom and Vance, which I will vote for neither, so I'll feel retarded, but whatever.
I think Newsom will win.
Oh yeah, because dude, JD Vance is a fucking weirdo when you think about it. I saw not to make myself sound like a diehard Fuentes fan or nothing, but I saw a clip of him talking about JD Vance and just how weird he is, how JD is not even his real name, and how he's in Congress or senator or whatever for 2 years, and then he's the vice president. I don't know if you know his lore, but he's essentially his whole political career is sponsored by that Peter Thiel dude, the
Yeah.
Palantir guy. That's like the PayPal mafia they call them. JD Vance is essentially their political protege.
So anytime, like, before Charlie Kirk, I probably would have said, "I think JD Vance will win," but after that, the whole right wing has been, like, such a mess full of infighting,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're strong enough to beat Gavin Newsom now because the left is always gonna be, like, together, but the right is constantly fighting about shit.
Yeah, because the Democrats and the liberals and the leftists are, "Oh, vote for the lesser of two evils," whereas, right wingers, no, or I should say just more normal people are more likely to vote for their principles. I don't know if you've seen. I know a lot of Nick Fuentes. He's always saying like, if JD Vance, if they don't put America first, I'm gonna tell all my fans to not vote for him, and he'll lose the election because of that. And I
I,
totally agree.
I've seen him saying that, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of more conservative people are tired of politicians putting Israel first, and if it's not an America first candidate, like if JD Vance doesn't become America first, he'll lose the election to Gavin Newsom for sure.
Yeah, but Newsom's not like America first at all either is the thing.
Oh well, Democrats don't care about that though. That's what I'm saying. Like these people will just vote for someone else in the Republican Party or whatever candidate will say that. They won't vote for Gavin Newsom, of course. Like I wouldn't either. But
Yeah. I don't know out of those 2. I mean, they're both pretty terrible. I really think Newsom would be, like, fucking terrible, though. Like, Newsom would do some shit. Like, I honestly think, like, we'd be paying reparations tax if Newsom becomes president. We'd be getting into shit like that.
no way,
I
dude.
really do think, and I'm not saying that exactly, but something on that level. Like, either we'd be getting arrested for saying faggot in public,
Yeah.
something like I really do like white people's taxes will go up for reparations. San Francisco just tried to pass a bill,
Oh,
$5 million for every black person in San Francisco. And
bro.
then the next day they came out and said, well, we're in a $1 billion deficit, which is crazy for a city to be in debt $1 billion. So even with a $1 billion deficit, officials in San Francisco all like unanimously passed a bill for reparations, $5 million. Could you imagine
Dude,
if every black person in America just got handed $5 million tomorrow?
they should do it for Mexicans instead. I'd be down with
Dude,
that.
I'm just gonna say they should do it for fucking white people, and let's just see what happens. I'll take one for the team, although I would try to use my
I was
little
gonna
bit of
say just
Mexican
hop on
status.
board, man. They would never do it for white people. They would never do it for Mexicans either. Don't give a fuck about Mexicans, man. That's
No.
neither here nor there. Yeah, that's crazy. I could totally see that happening. Speaking of Gavin Newsom, though, did you see that they're starting to do that? What's that kid's name? Nick Shirley. They're starting to do that kind of shit at places in California now too.
Yeah, I
Good,
fucking
good.
hate that
Oh,
faggot Benny Johnson, but he did tweet that he's gonna come to California and do some shit like that, which I'm down
dude.
for because
Yeah,
California has been spending hundreds of millions of dollars on homeless people solutions, and stuff
yeah.
is happening with homeless people.
Dude,
It's
you
not.
know there's gonna be some crazy shit at those fake homeless spots. It's gonna
Oh,
be
yeah.
wild, bro. Yeah, I saw a lot of people saying like, if you think it's crazy in Minnesota, like California is like the fraud capital of the world.
Dude, the
Which is
people
not true because India exists, but of course,
Yeah. The
yeah.
people defending the fraud stuff in Minnesota are honestly fucking just crazy. Like, that's how you know we can't have reasonable conversations with people. It's like,
Oh, because
brother,
people, no, it's all race based virtue signaling. If it were like fucking Swedish people doing the shit in Minnesota, Democrats would never, or liberals would never, ever in a million years act the way they're acting.
oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's like and the fact that it's so obvious and the things they're trying to attack is what makes it funny. Like, they're like, "Oh, well, he wants to he's demanding to see the kids." Like, that's obvious. He's obviously a weirdo. It's like,
Yeah, people are
yeah,
trying to
if
call
you
him a pedo.
It's like, bro, if you were going to a daycare trying to make sure they're legitimate, one of the things you would want to see is the kids. And let's not try to make that a weird context. He's not saying, let me go like identify the children one by one. He's just saying he's just saying, show me a room full of children really fast that I can see that like and
Yeah,
then now there's people trying to defend it and they're going there and they're saying, well, look, there's kids now. And it's like, yes, brother, weeks after they got caught and they bust in all their cousins and shit to make it look like they're full.
yeah, on the Somali WhatsApp group chat. Yeah, that shit's ridiculous. And you remember when they were supposed to be closed?
Yeah. So they were
Crazy.
it was funny, so the next day or week or whatever, some Minnesota official came out and said, "Oh, well, actually, the Leering Center, they shut down permanently just a week before Nick Shirley showed up." Well, in the same day, some Somalian dude showed up and did an interview outside of the Leering Center and said, "No, actually, what's going on is our business hours are 2 p.m. to 10 p.m."
Yeah,
That's why, and Nick Shirley showed up at a time that we weren't open. So it's like, well, now you've got an official saying they're closed, a Somalian guy saying they're open 2 to 10, which by the way is strange business hours. But also someone looked according to like the laws of that city,
yup.
the daycare has to be open from it's basically like 9 to 5 or whatever. They
Yeah,
they
and that
can't
was also a
operate.
crock of shit too, because a group, I think it was a group of black dudes pulled up at like 3:50 p.m. and
Yeah,
they're
I
like,
saw
"Oh,
that one
we're
too.
closed." Yeah,
Yeah, pulled up at 3:50 asking to enroll their kids, and this Somalian guy goes, "Oh, we're closed right now. You got to come back tomorrow when we're open."
yeah.
Who's taking their kids to daycare at 10 p.m.?
Yeah, no, 2 to 10 is fucking wild.
Like, you
I
take
don't
your
know.
kid to daycare after lunchtime and then pick them up after bedtime, it doesn't even make
And
and then I
yeah.
love the guy in the Chrome Hearts claiming that somebody
Yeah.
broke in, stole all the paperwork, like, that's what burglars are after is your paperwork and your checkbooks and shit.
Yeah, I saw someone, it was a black dude talking about it. He said he didn't like how the Somalis are trying to make him look like a black American by putting him in a New York Yankees hat. He was like, "What Somalian fuckhead watches baseball?" I was like, "Actually, this guy's kind of right."
Yeah, somebody told him, "You should wear this hat, this'll make you look like you fit in."
Yeah, facts. Well, it's like he's trying to put the blame on black people. He's like, "Don't put the blame on us. We didn't do this shit."
If the Somalians were smart, they had a good opportunity to at least troll, and what they could have said was, "Oh, Nick Shirley showed up in December. We closed down for Christmas because we're assimilating. We celebrate Christmas. You guys
Dude,
want us to assimilate here?" But of course, they're not smart enough to
I
think of
say they
a
need
good
you in
troll
charge of
like
the
that.
operation, bro.
Yeah, no, the best part of the viral video was when Nick Shirley walked up and said, "Can I enroll my kid?" And the lady goes, "Why?" And he's like they're not even. I hate to say it, they're not smart enough to run this this is not big brain operations going on here. That's why I
Yeah.
don't believe it was even their idea. Like I almost think somebody gave them these ideas. Like
Yeah, someone put them on to this scam.
yeah,
Who?
because
I
it's
don't
not.
know.
These aren't big brain people that we're dealing with, and that's not even me being a dick. That's just me talking about like average IQ per population or whatever. It's Yeah, they're not smart enough to think of some shit like, "Oh, let's open a daycare, sign up for all these new Minnesota tax play or whatever, Minnesota programs they've brought out to help daycares and childcare and all that and blah, blah, blah." The whole thing was just ridiculous, and yeah, the people that are defending them, it's like, dude, you guys are like, you guys are like the reason that we can't, like, talk to people, like, there's no normal discussions to be had with these people, like, they watch a video, because I did watch the whole video from that YouTube kid, and yeah, the whole thing is like, I don't know what you guys can fire back with. Like,
Yeah.
the whole video really covered everything. It's obvious.
No, what I really think it is, I think liberals are so fucking stupid that they actually don't care about wasting money on Somali fraud. I think they're probably like, oh, well, if it's helping them, then that's cool with me.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I
It's,
really think if we got
yeah,
invaded tomorrow, liberals would take the side of the invaders.
absolutely. They're that fucking brainwashed. I really don't, well, I do know how it happened. A certain group of people are very smart, are actually a very smart group of people who are in a very smart scheme to make everyone hate the fucking country that they live in.
Yeah, and then now they're, it's funny, they've already moved on from Somalians, though, now they're out on the streets with Venezuelan flags, and it's like, "God, you guys."
Dude, I actually think that they moved on so quickly. Not that it's related, but sure is convenient news wise because people are calling out the Somalian fraud. They're like, oh shit, they got us. Let's move on to something else.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro, because now everyone's all about Venezuela and like, oh, you can't take away a country's president that's legally elected, yada yada yada. Which like whatever, sure. But yeah, both sides, both takes of the Venezuela shit are stupid.
Yeah, they're all retarded. My thing is I don't want the president to be fucking around in other countries because I don't care how bad the president is, but I'm also you're not gonna catch me simping for Venezuelans protesting with a
Exactly.
fucking Venezuelan
I feel
flag.
the same way. We don't need to be global police. If it really is just for oil, then fucking I'm down with that. But yeah, I'm never gonna be like, oh, these poor Venezuelans and their president. I don't know if you saw what's the New York guy's name? The mayor, is it Mandani?
Yeah, Mom Donnie, Rob
Yeah.
Zombie.
When he was giving his interview about his opinion, he was of course putting on a very strong Spanish accent. He was like, President Maduro, Maduro, and all
Oh,
that shit.
yeah.
I was like, come on, man.
I guess he gave that speech the day he got in, and he's already talking about, like, "Fuck individualism, we're down with collectivism." Like, he's already using, like, they say he's like a communist or some
Yeah, he
shit.
was like the warmth of collectivism. I'm just like, brother, what the? Just make shit cheaper if you're gonna make all that talk. Then just do it. Then.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm like, dude, I like individualism. I don't wanna be collectivist with these fucking retards out here. Like these are no longer my neighbors. They're all retarded. They're out here simping with Venezuelan flags. I don't wanna be in a collective with them.
Yeah, yeah, non Venezuelans. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I know some people were down with the food and some people weren't and all that, but I don't really care. I want to be able to buy a house.
Yeah, which is never gonna happen at this point. unless we become like famous YouTubers.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, I don't know. Everything's retarded as usual,
It's a
and
joke, man.
yeah, there's not many sides that I think have a good thing going on. I thought, didn't we already find someone to run Venezuela? That lady that's down with Israel,
Yeah,
coincidentally.
there's that lady, and then I hear a lot of other people talking about because supposedly that lady it was like a candidate that they were trying to get elected before Maduro, but I guess he kept on winning the election or some shit, so they
Oh, so
couldn't do
maybe
it.
he was the secret good guy.
That's what they're saying there because he kept on beating her in the elections that were supposedly rigged or whatever. I don't know the true story, so I'll put air quotes random, but he kept on beating her in the election, so they finally said, "Fuck it, we'll just take him out and have the lady run instead." I've heard either her or Marco Rubio.
Oh,
Which
that'd
is
be
which is
hilarious.
hilarious to think about Marco Rubio.
Sending him, hey, you got to go to Venezuela. I'd be like,
He's
oh
probably like,
shit.
"Fuck."
I didn't mean to get involved in some shit like this.
Yeah, because that dude just seems like a very chill, like, system player. He's like, "I don't wanna do that shit."
Yeah, he seems real vanilla.
Yeah, just like the most average dude. He's like, "Well, this shit's my job. I'm down with Israel. Fuck it."
Yeah. Yeah, politicians are weird. I don't understand the idea of. I mean, I guess because they get paid, but it's
Yeah, dude, it's a very lucrative position. I mean, Nancy Pelosi is like the greatest stock trader of all time from this shit.
yeah, that is true. And
Yeah,
all
the
she had to do, but but I don't know. It just depends. Like, are you willing to look retarded or like simp for another country that hard?
nah, dude, they don't give a fuck. They're fucking rich.
Yeah, yeah, I guess that's true.
Anyone can be bought. That's like the unfortunate. That's like I think one of the more sad things I realized as I got older. I'm like, oh, like everything is bought. Nothing is real. It's sad.
Yeah, yeah. I guess it just depends on how much money. That'd be my thing. Is just how much money are you gonna pay me? Like, I'm not doing. And it also depends on who and like what level. Like the mayor of whatever guy, the mayor in Minnesota that was crying in front of George Floyd's casket,
Oh, that dude's a fag. The white guy.
like that shit.
Yeah.
Like if someone came to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna pay you, you gotta go cry at this fucking like just some guy that we're gonna make our mascot," which I gotta say, they really have a hard time picking mascots.
Have you seen the new Zoolander meme where it's George Floyd and Charlie Kirk doing that? Like the meme where they walk past each other.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I've seen that one.
They
Yeah.
did one where it's George Floyd and they turns around and it's Charlie Kirk.
That's just hilarious.
That shit's hella funny, bro.
Yeah, they seem to have a hard time picking mascots. Like, it was George Floyd, and then when the deportation stuff was going on, and they picked, like, it's like Abrego Garcia or some shit, and
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
he, like, had human trafficking charges filed against him at some point. It's like, "Bro, you guys need to pick." I know Candace Owens talked about it, and she's like, "Bro, the Black community seriously needs to reconsider who they pick as their mascots."
It's true.
Like, no shade to George Floyd, but is that really the guy? Like, that's the guy you're gonna build statues for? Like, come on, you guys.
Yeah, facts. They picked a bad one with him. Fucking Fanta addict, woman beater type shit.
Me and Dixon Sider were talking about, they're making a movie about him.
They are.
Oh, yeah, dude, they're
That's
making a
hilarious,
movie
dude.
about him.
What are they gonna say? He was on Fent when he died? What the
If
fuck?
that's like a straight up Hollywood movie, it might be like a small production. Let me look it up. If we were saying if that shit comes to theaters, bro, we're going to see that shit.
I need like when they tease the sequel in the credits, like the post end scene.
Yeah.
I need one where it's George Droid as the sequel.
Holy shit, dude, it's worse than I thought.
Let's hear it.
All right, I straight up have to pull this up on screen for like a grand reveal. IMDb has an IMDb page already. It's called Daddy Changed the World.
Oh, dude, I lied. I've seen the trailer for this.
Is there a trailer?
I want to say it's like a trailer. It isn't. I want to say it's like his sister that he never talked to, and then she's like the person behind it. I want to say.
That's the funny thing about it is that none of his family fucked with him.
Yeah, dude, look at the cast. It's the one picture of him that exists in the entire world. George
Yeah, I've
Floyd.
never I've never seen another picture of him.
I like the I like the fucking mugshot, the weird 3DS PictoChat mugshot of him on the first picture.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not another picture of him in existence, it seems like. Oprah Winfrey is involved.
Oh god, of course she is.
Yeah, family authorized biopic of George Floyd capturing the life of the man who became a symbol against police brutality and racial injustice. Yeah, I will go see this movie in theater if it comes out. Trivia: the star of this movie, oh my god, who wrote that? The star of this movie was a career criminal, druggie, and pregnant woman beater. I'm assuming some Republican somehow got in here and made this edit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. I gotta screenshot that.
Career criminal.
That's great.
That's
Big
fucking
props to
hilarious.
IMDb for allowing that one.
Yeah, keeping it real, he was a career criminal, bro.
Yeah, I wonder who's actually producing this thing. That's what I want to know.
Oprah, I guess.
8 Queens Film and Media Production, Night Fox Entertainment. Yeah, I've never heard of these, but if Oprah's involved, it should have a decent budget. I guarantee you they're gonna do like there's gonna be like scene where he's doing drugs, and they're gonna portray it as if like he had quit the drugs before his death happened. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, like they're gonna rewrite the lore.
Yeah, it's gonna be like he was a struggling drug addict, but he overcame his addiction, and then one day he went to the gas station and was, making a purchase completely legally. There were no fake bills involved, and then I would love it if they shot it where like when the cops show up, it's like a fucking Rambo scene and they like gun him down and it's like a Hollywood action movie and George Floyd's like dodging bullets and shit like the Matrix and then he gets hit by one or something. That's what they should do.
That would be awesome. I would like that.
Just turn it into a full-on action movie.
Dude, fuck it. If they're gonna make it fake anyways, might as well make it cool.
That's what I'm saying. They should go all the way with it. Like those Bollywood movies is what they should do.
Yeah, fucking Bollywood, bro.
That actually works as a good segue into the topic. I've been watching a lot of movies about like is Hollywood dying, or a lot of YouTube videos. There's 2 really good channels. One's called Nerdrotic,
Mm.
and then one is called Critical Drinker.
Mm.
I think Nerdrotic is a right-wing dude, and then Critical Drinker doesn't really talk about politics, and Nerdrotic also doesn't talk about his politics either, but there are 2 guys that make fun of Hollywood for doing all the gay shit they do nowadays. And there's another
Yeah.
channel called Geeks Plus Gamers, and then they've got a second channel called Geeks Plus Gamers 2.
Yeah.
Those guys are, I think, right-wingers, but they're also the same. They cover, like, Hollywood and pop culture, and they are honest about shit and make fun of, like, the stuff that Hollywood does nowadays. I didn't know. Like, I remember hearing about it when it first, I guess, came out, but I didn't think they actually did it. I didn't realize that now movies have DEI requirements to be nominated for Oscars.
Oh, is that true?
Yeah.
Damn,
So,
that's wild.
let me see exactly what they are. Somebody in the comments pointed out, they're like, if these were in effect back in the day, like the Titanic would have never been nominated. Like it's that.
Wow.
Yeah, the Oscars have DEI standards for Best Picture eligibility, requiring films to meet specific criteria in casting, storyline, and crew/production to quality, focusing on representation for women, racial, ethnic minorities, LGBTQ plus individuals, and people with disabilities, with requirements for on-screen and off-screen roles. So
Mm.
it's like if the movie doesn't have enough gay people holding lights in the crew and shit, it can't be nominated.
Dude, that's fucking wild. I've heard rumors of that before, that you have to meet, you have to check all the boxes, and that's why they check all the boxes every time, because they want as many chances as possible to get awards. But I never knew it was true. That's wild.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like the crew too, like the key grip and shit. You better have a black dude holding up that fucking microphone, or you better have a girl doing some shit. It's just crazy that when it comes to like creativity, that any of that stuff, like that trending article went around, that Lost Generation thing that was all about like DEI and like writers for Hollywood writers.
Mm.
There was a stat that I saw. Of course, it was from one of those like racist Twitter accounts. So
Excuse me, yeah.
they were pointing this out to say that like white people are better writers, but I didn't even take that away from it. I just took away the fact that it's kind of a crazy statistic and how much it changed that quickly.
Oh, I remember you talking about this. It's like white people are like a very low percentage of writers now, right?
Yeah, just writers in Hollywood, like low-level writers even. God, of course I can't find it. It's a tweet that has no picture, so when I bookmark it, it does not stand out among my, There was a funny tweet. So remember, on a side note, remember when Charlie Kirk died and people were like, "You guys just created 100 Charlie Kirks."
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody tweeted after Rob Reiner, "You just created 100 Rob Reiners."
That's fucking funny, dude.
Um, I can't remember what it is. It was just something about, like, before 20 something, like,
Mm.
48% of low-level writers in Hollywood were white, and then after a year, it's like 11% now, like, it's something bizarre.
That's wild, especially when you think about, like, the percentage of white people in the population. What are white people in America, like 57% or something like that?
Yeah, that's what's funny is that when it comes to, like, all the diversity stuff, people don't understand what it means to have, like, actual representation, so, like
Yeah, adequate representation. If we care about representation, now white people are underrepresented. And I'm not even that kind of guy, but like that's just true. If they're 57% of the population and they're only 11% of writers, you could argue and you'd be right that they're now underrepresented in Hollywood writing.
yeah, they're now a minority.
Yeah.
That's the thing, they don't they have and of course, they do understand it, but yeah, so if black people are 13% of the population, you should have them being 13% of the writers. That's what real
I agree.
representation would be. Of course, I heard somebody point out that, diversity really is just kinda like their keyword for anti-white, and then he said,
Sure, yeah.
you think about it this way, if you had a room full of 100 people if you had a room full of 100 white people, and then you added 1 black guy into the room, all of the DEI people would cheer and say, "This is great, they're diversifying the room." But if you had a room full of 100 black people, and then you added a white guy into the room, they would say, "Oh, no, he's colonizing the room." That's not.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have like lost the plot. I really think they don't even know what they want. Like I remember I was reading a story about I don't remember what college it was, but it was some university and the black students wanted black only student housing. And people in the comments were like, "You guys want to be segregated now? Like
Yeah.
what the fuck are we talking about?" Like it's crazy. I'm like, "Dude, it's true. Like what the fuck do people even want anymore?" I really don't know.
They want segregation when it benefits them, and then they want so there's another great story, and I guess I'll get right back to the Hollywood thing after this.
Yeah, for sure, my bad.
No, I started this tangent, I feel like.
Yeah.
There's the story about there was this, like, jazz festival in Atlanta, I think it was.
Yeah.
It happens 1 weekend out of the year,
Mm.
and it's like a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, of course, this is a big deal for black people 'cause it's jazz in Atlanta, and there's a Facebook group that's kinda like the main, like, hub to talk about this, jazz festival every weekend.
Yeah.
And so one year, everybody in the Facebook group said, "Hey, look, we're gonna boycott white-owned businesses in the area during this jazz festival every weekend. Only shop at black-owned businesses, go to black-owned restaurants, this is our weekend for the year." So the year that started, none of the white-owned businesses made any money because nobody went in there. So then the next year, one of the restaurants, I think it was like a restaurant or a bar that was owned by a white guy,
Yeah.
they closed for the weekend. They said, "Okay,
Yeah.
this is fine. We'll use this weekend for maintenance. We'll do deep cleaning. We'll,
Yeah.
shop and whatever."
Smart. Yeah.
So then everybody came out and said, "Oh, they're racist. They don't wanna stay open because they don't wanna sell to all the black people coming to town."
Mm.
So then they got mad at them. So what actually really is that they want the people they don't like to basically stay and take the abuse. You know what I mean? Like it's we're gonna boycott your business, but then when you say, "Okay, that's fine, we'll let you have your weekend, we'll close up and back off."
Yeah.
No, they want you to stay open so you can eat shit basically and like it. They want you to feel the boycott or whatever.
Yeah.
It's because of a taste of modern culture, and I think they aren't trans retards from shit the country. They're
I
among a
think
global average. Oh, we did talk a little bit about IQ earlier when we did talk about the
I
Somalia
like to
thing.
think I'm wrong. Dot dot dot.
Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, no, it's totally true. It's like you need to suffer because we want you to suffer. When any reasonable person's gonna be like, okay, you don't want to shop at my business. All right, I'll close and work on it then. That's what I would do.
Yeah, similar thing to remember that town, there's some white folks trying to make, like, a white-only compound somewhere,
I seen the videos about that. Yeah.
and they're mad about it, and it's like, "Brother, you guys hate white people, like, let them move to their own little town, and then you can have the whole town to yourself, like, you fucking hate these people, let them go away in peace," but no, it's racist, and what it is they don't want them to drop out of the tax-paying population of that town because they want to.
Yeah, they want the benefit. It's almost like they want the benefits of living near the white people, and then they want the white people to shut up, which is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about the fraud thing. The only reason they're getting away with it is because there's people that are defending it, and there's no defense for it. That's the funniest part.
Yeah, yeah, it's wild out there. It's wild everywhere. But yeah, the Hollywood shit. Continue on your spiel.
I was gonna pull up this clip. Kristen
Oh, go
Stewart
for
from
it.
the Twilight movies.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing anyone's ever seen her from.
What's the Sonic thing right there? What's that say?
Culture Crave tweeted, Paramount is focused on making IP and commercial films going forward. They've dramatically scaled back their budget and awards campaigns. One source says they have no interest in anything but down the middle.
IP movies. Oh, interesting. So maybe they don't care about the DEI award shit. They just want to make movies that make money, like Sonic.
So then this person responded with this clip from a recent Kristen Stewart interview.
Let's go. Let's hear it.
Who knows what the world is going to look like in like 5-10 years? You know what I mean? Like it truly is. We're like at a pivotal nexus.
She sounds tweaked out.
Because I think we're ready for a
She's definitely a fucking weirdo nowadays. She's also
Yeah.
got a really gay haircut in this.
full system break. Do you know what I mean? Like I just think.
See, she got the side shaved.
Oh, what the fuck? It's like a bowl cut mullet. That's crazy. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
We need to like. I mean, and
One of those girls who's like trying to. I don't understand this. Girls that want to be ugly.
Oh yeah, no, like don't shave their armpit hair and all that crap.
Well, there's a girl that I heard talking about. She was like, "Oh, I cut my hair short because guys kept coming up to me and complimenting my hair," and I'm like, "Okay, so you want people to not like your hair? Like it's just people that want to just like subvert or whatever the word is. Like, oh, because people like my hair, I'm gonna cut it short. So you want people to have nothing to like about you? Then like you're that. It's just try hard shit."
Dude, and we wonder why the country's dying and why there's no more families. It's because people are fucking miserable and want you to hate them. It's very strange. Very strange.
I think of it as like it's always cope. It's the same thing as
Yeah.
like fat. It's what I think happens to fat people. Like they start getting chubby and they just say, "Well, fuck it, I'll just go all the way."
Yeah, just completely blow up.
It's to me, it's like the same mentality as like when somebody's playing a game of chess and they start losing and they're a sore loser, so they just start making bad moves to just throw the game on purpose.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's these people. It's fat people do it. It's like, well, I'm getting chubby anyways, so I'll just let myself get all the way fat. Like fuck it, I'm not even gonna bother. It's
There's a funny George Lopez episode about that.
I don't know. Let me pull this back.
And I mean that across the board and also specific to like the world
Look
that
at
I
the way
live in,
she's
which
talking.
is like
She's
very
she
exclusive.
has her eyes closed, fucking all weird. Fucking, I mean that across the world, eyes closed the whole time. What the fuck?
She's definitely on Adderall. She's definitely on like SSRI.
That's what I was gonna say. She seems like a chick who's on way too many SSRIs and Adderall. Just fucking weird now.
No, she 1000% is because she's. I mean, you'll hear from what she's about to talk about. You know exactly what kind of person she is.
All right, let's lock in. I'll shut up.
Exclusively the entertainment industry.
And what would a system break look like in the world that you live in?
I don't know. I think we need to start sort of stealing our movies. I'm so appreciative of every union. Trust me.
To me, we need to start stealing our movies means that she's not getting any good movie roles, so she's not getting paid. So
Who is this chick?
remember Twilight?
Yes.
She's the girl from the Twilight movies.
Oh, is that her only thing? I was gonna say I don't recognize her.
It's the only thing she's ever done that people
Yeah.
care about. So she she did the Twilight movies and she started dating Robert Pattinson, the vampire, in real life.
Oh shit, he's the guy that played Batman. That dude's tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then she did another movie and she got caught cheating on him with the director of the movie she was doing. She got caught being a whore, basically. And back in the day, in those times, you could call out girls for being whores.
Yeah.
So people got mad at her and people felt bad for Robert Pattinson. He got the good side or the good end of it, and everyone hated her.
Like
And
she's
so ever since then, she's basically just been like she like cuts her hair short and claims to be one of those whatever sexuals, and
Oh god.
yeah, she's not had a good career since then, and now she's just been crying about it ever since, basically,
Damn.
as she's going to continue to do here.
Yeah.
We would not survive without them. But some of the terms and some of the rules and some of the structures we've set up have created unbelievable barriers for artists to express themselves. And I think that
I would say making a movie today is easier than ever.
Facts. Anyone can make a movie now.
Yeah, I don't like how things are today, but the fact that she's saying, "Oh, there's barriers," what that means is she wants to make movies, but nobody will give her $10 million to do it. Well, go to your backyard like a normal person, buy a camera, and make a fucking movie, Kristen
Dude,
Stewart.
she could film a movie on her iPhone if she wanted to.
Yeah, and she's rich as shit, so she actually could, make a movie that's not just filmed on an iPhone, but she's just
Yeah.
crying that no major studio would give her $20 million to do it. And then you're gonna hear what she wants to make movies about, and you'll find out why nobody will give her fucking $20 million to make this bullshit.
Yeah.
Without being unfaithful, ungrateful. I think we need a little workaround. I just don't think, I think having it be so impossible for people to tell stories and having it be such an exclusive and rarefied novel position to be in, to find yourself doing so is capitalist hell, and it hates
Yeah, she's 100% tweaking.
Yeah.
women, and it hates marginalized voices, and it's racist.
Yeah, that's why they won't give her money to make movies, because it hates marginalized voices and it hates women, and Hollywood is racist, as we all know. That's why there's DEI requirements to be nominated for Oscars.
Voices, and it's racist. And I think that we need to figure out a way to make it easier to speak to each other through in cinematic terms. It's too hard to make movies right now that aren't blockbustery, whatever, proven equations.
It's too hard to make movies that won't make money.
I mean, is that not the goal of any movie?
Yeah, she's just fucking cringe. She's like completely cringe. She wouldn't be able to survive if she wasn't attractive to the pedo casting directors in Hollywood. She'd be in real life two broke girls breaking. Yeah, no, she would have, I mean, if she never got the Twilight movies, that's really all she got that she is still making her name on.
I mean, that shit wasn't even enough for me. I didn't even know who she was till you told me.
That's probably a generational thing. Any millennial
Yeah.
would immediately know. Like, I had to go see one of the Twilight movies in theater because of my girlfriend in high school. It was like that big of a deal.
Nice. Oh, Pena Moche was good, bro.
Hollywood is dead. Go supporting the filmmakers. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, it's just cringe. It's these like Hollywood actors crying about how Hollywood is racist and sexist, even though there's DEI requirements to be nominated for Oscars.
Yeah.
She says, "Oh, it's too hard to make a movie nowadays." No, it's not. It's just hard for you to get your $100 million budget for your bullshit tranny lesbian movies that you want to make, because that's what she wants to make. She wants to make tranny lesbian movies, but
Yeah.
poor her, all the misogynist producers won't give her $50 million to make those tranny lesbian movies.
Well, and the
nobody
thing
wants
is, yeah, they would. Their movies must just really fucking suck.
Yeah, that is true too. You could
Think
just
about
go to
all the gay movies
Netflix.
that are out there now. Any Netflix movie is fucking gay as hell. They would totally give her the money. So her movies just fucking suck.
Let's see. Okay, so ever since the Twilight franchise, I want to see what she's been in. Okay, so since the end of Twilight in 2012, K11, Camp X-Ray, Clouds of Sils Maria, Still Alice, American Ultra, nothing I've heard of, Billy Lynn's Long Halftime Walk. Literally, yeah, oh, she was in the Charlie's Angels movie that came out in 2019.
Dude, every time you say Charlie, I think you're gonna say Charlie Kirk.
We are Charlie.
She was in that movie Sacramento that came out in 2024 that I did not see.
Oh, I didn't see that shit either. I kind of wanted to see it just because, but I didn't end up watching it.
I know the Charlie's Angels movie was hated. I can't remember what it was, but people called it woke. It was one of those things. So she was in that, and she has short hair in it, and she looks like a bull dyke. So I guess that makes sense. There was something about, so I've been watching these, so there's these videos that I've been watching. There's a great one it's like a long compilation of all the work he's done on the topic. Let me find it exactly. Okay, so this one's by Nerd Erotic. Like I talk about, I hate the term woke.
Yeah.
But that is just the term. It's like grunge. I don't like the term grunge either, but that's just the word that's been assigned to it by the public.
Yeah.
So I have to use it in this case. But there's a long 3-hour video called The Decline and Fall of Woke Hollywood by Nerd Erotic, which is nerd and then Roddick, NERDROTIC. And in that video, he showed a clip from one of the women that was involved with the making of that She-Hulk series,
Yeah.
which was a complete fucking disaster. There was a clip of her in an interview, and she was saying that she was basically trying to talk shit about all of the misogynist men in the world that didn't like She-Hulk, and she was like, "Oh, it was so funny. Every time we were making an episode, we were laughing about." She's like, "We were predicting what the audience was gonna outrage about. We knew what they were gonna hate before we released the episode. And then when we released the episode, we'd go online and see the reaction and see how all these sad men reacted." It's like, so you're literally producing things that you know people are not going to like, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's kind of like the chick trying to cut her hair and make herself ugly. It's like they want people to hate them. They feed off the negativity.
Yeah. So you want to make you want Hollywood to give you hundreds of millions of dollars to make this entertainment, and then you intentionally make things that you know people are going to hate, and then when
Yeah.
they hate it, you get mad and say, "Why won't anybody watch my shit? It must be because you're misogynist and racist."
Yeah.
That's like everywhere. Anytime anything flops now, you'll see articles about like, "Oh, why straight white men are not watching the new Star Wars?" Like, "Oh, why men aren't watching the new." What's really funny is that movie Christie that Sydney Sweeney was in.
Yeah.
If that was any other actress, there would have been articles all over the place saying men won't see this movie because they're misogynist, but because it happened to be the Nazi Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, facts, dude. If it were the Kristen chick from Twilight, they would have loved that movie, bro. It would have been number one.
It would have been the biggest feminist fucking movie ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of why Hollywood is dying, because they just outright insult the audience. That, and then the other biggest reason that most people point to is the constant, the remakes and the sequels, and just constantly relying on old intellectual property. But it's funny how they kind of combine those two now.
Yeah.
All they do is they make remakes and sequels and superhero movies, but then they add in all their Kristen Stewart politics to it. So that's why, they ruin all these beloved franchises. Like, oh, we're not just gonna bring back Charlie's Angels. We're gonna put bold like Kristen Stewart in it and make them lesbians. And it's like, so you're just ruining shit that people used to like. Now
Yeah,
they don't
well,
like.
and they're consciously doing it. They know people aren't gonna like it, and they're doing it anyways. Because they feed off the negativity, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what makes it worse, is Kristen Stewart. That's why nobody will give you $50 million to make a movie, because they know you would intentionally make something that people are going to hate. And it's like, yeah, Hollywood needs to make blockbusters. That's how it survives.
Yeah, they need the movies to do financially well. That's the name of the game, bro. At the end of the day.
A lot of people really simp for writers in Hollywood now, I learned too. When I was posting about that Lost Generation article about the DEI and writers specifically,
Yeah.
I got into some comment section where somebody was saying, "Oh, you can't blame the writers for bad writing."
What?
Literally said that, and I was like, "Why?"
Say that slower. What does that even mean?
So then what they said was, well, because writers are the bottom of the totem pole, and they're constantly getting notes from producers saying the things that they want. And I'm like, yeah, that is true. Producers will put notes in there and say, make changes here. We want this, we want that. And I
Yeah.
said, but at the end of the day, there will come a time when you have to blame the writers for the writing. And this person said, you obviously just don't know how it works in Hollywood,
Oh.
as if this was like some big Hollywood writer I was talking
Yeah.
to.
Big shot.
And I was like, no, you're just fucking retarded. People on TikTok do that a lot. They really try to. Yesterday I posted a clip on TikTok talking about Sydney Sweeney's latest movie is like hugely successful.
Yeah.
And of course the Sydney Sweeney dissenters don't like that. But
Well, of
I
course
just
she's a
posted a clip.
Nazi.
Yeah. Posted a clip talking about that. And some guy commented, so the movie was made for $35 million.
Yeah.
And as of right now, it's made $133 million worldwide. So somebody commented, by the way, some guy that looks like he's like an ex-army veteran that was dishonorably discharged. Like, I'm reading dishonorable discharge all over this guy's profile picture. He looks like he's drunk in his fucking picture. And he's just holding the camera right here for a selfie for his.
Nice. The classic divorced dad selfie.
Yeah. He says it's not succeeding. The production, he said that's the production budget, but they went, I can't read. He said it's not succeeding. They went 20% over the production budget, and they spent $130 million on marketing. And I said, so everyone else is wrong and you're right. Where did you even read that they spent $130 million on marketing? I literally can see that nowhere. Studios don't usually release their marketing budgets.
Yeah.
So then this guy says, this is what I'm talking about, what people do on TikTok. He says, you don't know how movie budgets work, do you? That's
Oh,
okay. There are very good documentaries on YouTube that talk about how it works. And then he says, when the movie says this is our budget, that's what they were signed for, not what they spent. The advertising budget is done by a different company. And I said, I'm very aware of how budgets work, but what I'm saying is there are no sources anywhere that say anything about them going 20% over their budget, and there's no source anywhere that tells you what their marketing budget was. So how do you know this? And of course, he never responded to that.
of course, yeah.
And then somebody else commented and said it's not a flop, they were saying to him.
That's
And
a
then
classic. What's your source? Oh, trust me, bro. I know.
that's what I was getting to. And then he responded to that other person and said, I didn't say it's a flop. I just said it's not succeeding because it's barely made its money back. And then I said, bro's got those trust me, bro sources.
Facts, yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, no, people do that on TikTok a lot. They try to do like the what's the word, like is it chastising, where they're like, oh, you don't know how this works. That's okay, buddy. You
Yeah,
can
it's
go.
like those dudes that play basketball in their local men's rec league and then critique NBA players like, "Oh, you don't know, bro. You don't know what it's like to be a part of a real team." Like, what the fuck? You don't know, you're not in the NBA, bro. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, so this person was telling me that I don't know how it works for writers in Hollywood, but trust me, you
Yeah.
can't blame the writing on the writers.
Yeah.
But yeah, part of the problem, another one that this video was talking about, is how writers are basically all wannabe Twitter activists now. So they have
Well,
to get their
I think those are the people that end up in the writing jobs.
yeah.
Like it's all the SJ dubs. You know, I know people don't really use that term anymore, but dude, it's just too true.
And then now, especially now, after reading that Lost Generation article, we know that most there was a crazy part in that article where it was like it was talking about one particular team of writers, and it was like I can't remember what it was. I think there wasn't like a single white straight dude in the writing team, and like the one white person was like a pansexual or some shit. And it's funny because it almost makes me think like I should just identify as one of these things.
Yeah, just
Start
lie.
going,
Fuck it, dude. You'll get a
yeah,
job way easier.
just start going out and applying for these things. I haven't gotten laid in a few years. I'll just identify as asexual and tell them that makes me LGBTQ, and they should hire me for
There you
one
go.
of these things. But yeah, no, the activist writers was a big thing that it talked about how writers just want to put their trendy politics into everything.
Yeah.
And then it made me think of I always think of the Barbie movie. That's like my standard for that now. I feel like now you can tell that when writers get their hands on these old IPs,
Mm.
they you can tell like from the get-go. So like the Barbie movie, I always say the Barbie movie, I think it was written by Greta Gerwig and her writer husband.
Okay.
I feel like they wanted to write a feminist movie, and then
Mm.
it just so happens that they got the Barbie name given to them.
Ah, yeah.
Whereas to me, the way it should be done is you should go out and get your hands on something, get your hands on a project. So they'd give me the Barbie movie. I would say, okay, I want to first and foremost write a good Barbie movie. And then if I happen to be passionate about feminism, maybe that will bleed onto the page a little
Yeah,
bit.
it could be a part of the arc or something.
Yeah. But now you can tell it's like people will get these jobs because they want to spread messages, and then they just so happen to get their hands on.
Of course. I think that's what movies are all about nowadays. It's all just trying to spread the writers and the directors' political views on everyone. I mean, I remember that even that little Buzz Lightyear animated movie they made, there's like this scene where two of the astronauts are lesbian and they have a kid together. And I guess a
Yeah.
lot of parents were like, how the fuck am I supposed to explain to my kid that these two women have a kid together? And like that's not possible, you know?
Even Snoop Dogg tweeted about that.
I think it was Snoop Dogg. The video I saw back, he's like, "How the fuck am I supposed to tell my kids? Like, well, I just wanted to watch a Buzz Lightyear movie with them. Now I have to tell them that, like, oh, actually, all this shit, it's ridiculous, bro. It's a kids movie."
You know what's really funny about Fizz pointing out the snarky thing actually is
Uh,
I currently have a TikTok saved in my drafts waiting to post. I feel like snarky protagonists,
mm,
like they're obsessed with it nowadays. And I have a perfect example I can pull up too. Let me find this clip while I'm talking.
let's hear it.
To me, there's two main culprits. One, Spider-Man. Ever since Spider-Man, they
yeah.
all want their protagonist to have those Peter Parker snarky quips. But then two, it's millennial, because millennials love to be snarky and they think it's hilarious.
That's I see where you're going with this now. Yeah.
So and then I noticed this. I was watching that movie Weapons with Nell Dog actually last time I was over.
Nice.
And by the way, Weapons I think was the best horror movie of 2025.
Oh, dude,
But
nice.
there's a teacher in it, and it's a fucking some millennial broad who's been in something else. You know that meme, that video where the girl's saying, "If you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me."
yeah.
It's that blonde chick, and she's fucking insufferable in that
Yeah.
movie. And I'm
Mm.
like, oh, it's because she's a fucking millennial. Like her
Yeah.
character is snarky. She's in these very serious situations, and she's getting drunk and having sex with married dudes.
Mm.
Seriously, have you ever watched that? Watch that girl. It's like how it's basically like a movie about how would a millennial handle a very serious situation is like that entire character. Let me find this fucking clip. It's actually from one of the Star Wars movies that I haven't seen, from one of the newer ones, and it completely sums up what I'm talking about.
Side note about that, dude. I've never seen any of the new Star Wars movies, but I've heard Disney is working on finding a way to make them non-canon. Like they realize they fucked up and they're trying to like say, oh, it's an alternate timeline type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, from what I understand, Disney has fucking raped Star Wars,
Yeah.
like just entire, like just destroyed it, according to like normal Star Wars fans on the internet.
Yeah.
So yeah, Critical Drinker, another one of those channels I've been watching. He was talking about how there's a problem in Hollywood nowadays where villains are not good.
I could see that.
And he was talking about how in one of the Star Wars movies, you have the main villain, and as soon as he meets the protagonist or one of the protagonist talks shit to him immediately.
Mm.
And he's like, dude, nobody would have talked shit to Darth Vader because Darth Vader was like a serious, real bad guy that you wouldn't even dare say anything bad to.
In fact, he had aura.
So yeah, this is basically what this video is about. This is what happened to our villains, and it's basically about how villains have no aura nowadays. And people talk about how villains nowadays, they're constantly trying to make you empathize with them and explain their backstories, and
It's true.
it's like, bro, let us just have a fucking bad guy that's just like all bad. Like I don't need to feel bad for the bad guy.
Mm.
While I find this clip, another thing funny that happened recently is so in that movie Weapons, the main antagonist is this old lady.
Mm.
She's basically a fucking witch, and she uses black magic to possess people, and she possesses an entire class of children. She abducts them, brings them to her house where she keeps them in the basement and feeds off of their life to keep herself young and living.
Sounds like the plot of Twilight. Oh, not Twilight, Tangled. My bad.
So that character,
Yeah.
again, keep in mind, a witch who uses black magic to abduct and abuse children. She is a character that the LGBT whatever community has decided that they feel they connect with her.
What the fuck? Why not? John was good.
Denzel is getting so old, so Hollywood is dying. Denzel has
Denzel
aura.
has
Denzel
aura.
does have aura.
Denzel does have aura. Denzel Washington, the GOAT.
Was it Denzel? I feel like Denzel might have had a pussy take though about let me see.
I like that. I don't know what movie it's from, but I like that video where I think it's Denzel Washington. He's drinking hella liquor out of like a paper bag or some shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that is like one of the best clips ever.
Shit's goated. Lots of good memes about that scene.
I don't remember. It might not have been. I thought Denzel Washington was one of those guys who threw a fit about Quentin Tarantino using the N-word so much.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think it was him though. It might have been. I think it was Cat Williams actually. I can't remember. Some black guy had a problem with Quentin Tarantino's scripts, and I thought that was kind of pussy. But anyways, this is the clip I'm talking about. This is like sums up millennial snark in movies.
Yeah.
And it's too much. And I realize every good guy in every movie nowadays sounds like this.
Here, damn, even Darth Vader couldn't do that. Then it all starts to go wrong when he tries to interrogate Poe.
Right here.
Who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
The old man gave it to you.
It's just very hard to understand you with all the...
What?
That,
Is it real?
even heard that.
Starts to go wrong when he tries to interrogate Poe.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first.
The old man gave it to you.
It's just very hard to understand you with all the.
What's that?
Yeah, it's hard to understand. He makes fun of his mask.
Is that a real clip?
Yeah, real quick from one of
That's
the.
crazy, bro.
And so what the guy in the video is pointing out is, bro, nobody would have said that shit to Darth Vader.
Facts, yeah, especially in like a serious moment like that. But yeah, you're right. It's that snarky millennial humor, that quirky
Yeah.
shit.
Every protagonist in movies like that is now like they all make these like snarky, smart ass comments. It's like they need to run into Red Foreman and get set straight really quick.
Damn.
But yeah, and I feel like that's got to be a millennial thing. Like all the writers are millennials now, and all millennials think being snarky and smart ass is just fucking peak comedy. They think it's all fucking hilarious.
I think Hollywood truly won't be able to come back until I think like maybe what's the generation after Gen Z? Is it like beta or something?
Gen Alpha.
Gen Alpha. I think when Gen Alpha is like the age that millennials are now, I think by then we'll have had enough time to hard reset and things will go back to normal, hopefully. If we're even still around by then.
I think it's Gen Z that's Gen Z is the Zoomerwaffen generation, so that's my favorite. It's gonna take straight up like Nazi, like Hitler loving kids to
Like
set
to,
shit
to bring
straight.
balance back.
Yeah, some generation's gonna have to do some real extreme shit, and it could be Zoomerwaffen. Johnny's theory was that he said right now with like millennials basically in charge, millennials are fucking pussies and they're all about Protomax's peak host.
Thank you, bro.
Millennials are pussies and they're in charge and they're all about gay shit. So Johnny was saying that, you know, the way to rebel against that, Gen Z, and you see this now with Zoomerwaffen, their way of rebelling is by being conservative and wearing suits and ties and like being proper and cordial and being Christians.
Yeah, going back to tradition, yeah.
So then Johnny said once Gen Z has kids, their kids will rebel in the form of rock and roll. But Gen Z, I don't think is really having kids.
Mm. Yeah, I think the problem is that like, I think young people of today have two clear paths they can go down. You can either go down the weird gay millennial route where it's like you can be SJW, you can be hella liberal and like have your kids watching like trans drag shows and all that shit, or you can just go back to tradition and just be like a normal dude, have kids, have a family. And I think like the choice is pretty obvious for most people. So I think when the generation gets older, hopefully they can fix shit.
Dude, there's a great Instagram page I follow called A Proper Country.
Yeah.
It's all about how we used to be a proper country, and they do like old 80s stuff. And they've been posting clips from like, I think they're basically like swimsuit competitions.
Mm.
Here, let me try to
Oh, I think I seen one you posted today. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Let me try to get it. Instagram. I hate having to pull up a clip from Instagram. Once again, I do not control the volume on Instagram, so this is all on you guys.
Headphone users beware.
Found Miss Lavila at Club Lavila in Panama City Beach, Florida. Our first shoot with Becky was at 5 a.m. That's 5 in the morning. And let me tell you, this woman looks extremely good in the morning. Let's take a much closer look at Becky now.
Contested number 15, Miss Becky Chastain. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you Miss Club Lavila.
Hi, Becky. Congratulations. You came here. You saw you won. How does that feel?
Wonderful.
What? Go ahead.
I can't believe it. I'm shaking.
Are you really?
I thought they're taking my pictures and they.
I think we need to go back to this, and I also think that if we have stuff like this on TV, I think there would be less of a pornography problem because
Yeah, true. You could definitely make that argument.
Because kids will be satisfied from watching TV. They won't feel the need to go on their phones and watch like actual hardcore porn.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I think kids would be like jacking off to watching that on TV. I guess it is a little bit of the argument, which I don't usually like, where if you legalize drugs, there will be no drug problem.
Yeah.
But if you give them like a little bit of, I don't know. I feel like it just somehow would contribute to like less kids would be feeling the need to sit on their iPhone and watch like real porn all day.
I see what you. It's a nuanced problem, but this could be a potential solution.
Why not? When did you add John to your name?
Why not, John?
What was I gonna say? All right. Anyways, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. The question of like, is Hollywood dying? Because I mean, I don't.
Of
It seems
course.
like it'll never officially die, but I mean, it seems like, and the thing that's funny is, I guess every generation has thought that Hollywood was dying. There's another great video called has something to do with like what killed cinema. Who is killing cinema? It's a really good video by Patrick H.
I
Williams
can
on
tell you who's
YouTube.
killing cinema.
Oh well, yeah, I know you would have your. It would actually be Why Not's former roommate. It would be the answer you're giving.
No, I think this generation is the first generation that will not stand by their media. You know, like every generation before is like, oh, like the movies in the 80s were the best. No, the 90s were better. Like the kids of today are not going to look back and be like, oh yeah, our movies were sick. Like no, that will not happen.
Yeah, that is true. In 20 years, most of Gen Z will be like, no, we had the gayest shit ever on
Yeah,
TV.
me and most of my friends don't fuck with anything really out today, music wise, movie wise. Like we completely acknowledge and accept that shit was way better, even just like 10 years ago.
Yeah. And it's all just really fucking gay now, honestly.
Yeah, just a bunch of lame shit.
But in that video, Who is Killing Cinema? Again, a really good video. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. He goes over a bunch of culprits that could be ruining movies today. But there's a clip at the beginning where he's got clips from multiple people from different decades saying this. I guess it's been, every old person thinks that, or every person thinks their generation is the weirdest and like the end of times. And
It's true, yeah. I think the only thing that's not true about that is like sports.
like people still like sports today.
Well, you know, like people always think that their era of sports is the best, and I think that'll never change. Like if you talk to someone from the '90s, that Michael Jordan's undoubtedly the goat, where someone my age is going to say LeBron's the goat, but someone 10 years from now is going to say Wembanyama is the GOAT. And you can't convince any of these people that the other one is the GOAT.
I would say early 2000s is peak for NBA.
Oh, I agree with you. That's my favorite era. I think 2000 to 2010 is the best run of all time, any sport.
Yeah, I'm obviously talking KG, when Vince Carter was dominating the dunk contest.
Facts. Dude,
Uh,
I can
Tracy
make a whole YouTube video on how KG was fucking crazy ahead of his time.
Yeah, did I send it to you or did you send it to me about how if KG would have just taken a step
Oh,
back
yeah, he
every
takes
time he
that
shot?
bullshit ass long too.
Yeah, the bullshit long twos. If he would have just taken one step back, he'd be like the greatest player of all time.
Dude, he'd be a top 3 scorer points wise easily, bro. Because his foot's on the fucking line. But no,
Yeah.
if you watch clips of him when he was in his prime, bro, for how big he was, dribbling the ball, fucking strong ass crossover, pull up, fade away, bro, fucking crazy ahead of his time. And Tim Duncan gets all the credit. Pisses me off.
Yeah, he really should have been locking in, just taking one step back.
Yeah, one step back. I see people in the comments trying to defend it. They're like, "Oh, you don't get it, bro. It's a rhythm thing." I'm like, "No, it's just because people didn't shoot threes like that back then. If they did, he would have been taking them."
Yeah.
Dude, shout out to-
Back when the Kings were good, that
would be another go to YouTube video when the Lakers were fucking rigged to beat the Kings in 2001. That shit's fucked up. Or was it 2002? I don't remember.
it's either one or two. I've seen some great videos on that series, and
Dude, it's a great. You watch any of the YouTube documentaries? That shit was fucking crazy rigged. It's sad.
and just the general conspiracy theories about the NBA. I always remember when me and Miles went to Mike Bibby camp. And,
dude, I remember that.
to Mike Bibby camp, we met Chris Webber.
Let's go to Chris Webber's awesome.
I have a picture with Mike Bibby that I think Mom has. The thing I remember was there was some old guy, some referee came in.
Yeah.
And
we did.
Basically, like a speech. He gave us like he was talking to us about, getting up, going to the gym, working out. And while
yeah.
doing this, he sunk it was something over 100 free throws in a row, just like barely even looking.
Damn.
Literally like some Master Roshi shit. Like this frail old man walks in.
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Who's this fucking old guy?" And he gets up there and he starts talking. He's like, "So this is the importance of like dedication," and you start sinking free throws, and people are throwing him the ball, and he just sinks another one. And it was like something like 104 fucking free throws in a row.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, just like while talking to us about like working out and training and shit.
Dude.
And I went there like every day for like a week, I think it was, and it was just there was a bunch of other NBA players that were there that I just can't remember who.
Chris Webber is a good one, man. The 2000s were goated. NBA was peak. WWE was peak back then too. So sick, man.
Yeah, just people weren't pussies yet. That's like the main thing.
Facts, yeah. Dude,
Most
do you
people
ever think about if Chris Benoit didn't kill himself and kill his wife and kids?
So I've heard a lot of people think that that's when the WWE went pussy. They say
is.
that after Chris Benoit freaked out and killed his family, Vince freaked out and said, "Okay, we're actors now. Like we're not doing this shit anymore."
Yeah.
And I kind of can see that because it is kind of right around that time. I mean, right after that was when they went into the HD era, which is when it really started falling off, except for CM Punk and Jeff Hardy.
Facts, that was like the last good feud.
And the freaking WNBA team was better than the King.
Is that true? I don't remember that at all. Benny Moche, explain.
Yeah, dude, what fucking team? Brittany Griner is definitely a dude. I know that Brittany Griner is.
Have you ever seen that video of her? I think it was like during COVID time, but it was like during like Olympic shit. And she takes off her mask and tries to kiss Kevin Durant on the cheek, and Kevin Durant's like, "Oh God," like backs away, like terrified. It's a funny ass video.
I've seen a video. There's a video of Brittany Griner, like maybe in his or her in its backyard, like at a pool. They're like hanging around the pool, and she's like shooting hoops on this little pool hoop, and she has no shirt on.
Mm.
And it's not the kind of no tits, like, you know, some girls have no tits.
Yeah.
And like, but like you can still tell that it's like the chest of a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
Brittany Griner has the torso of a man. Like it is a man's torso.
Well,
like,
dude, her testosterone's got to be way higher than even like like an active gym dude. She's got to have fucking crazy testosterone.
Her testosterone has to be to the point where she's a fucking dude. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure I would not be surprised if we ran blood tests if her testosterone was higher than mine and yours combined. I would not be shocked.
Yeah, still can't believe we gave them fucking Dr. Death.
I forgot about fucking the Doctor of Death, man. Fuck.
Yeah, we gave him fucking after the Kings fell off in the late 2000s.
Oh,
the WNBA team,
I
Sacramento
believe it.
Monarchs, had more people. That's crazy.
That's
crazy that
sad,
WNBA ever had people attending at all at one time.
Dude, it's crazy how even though the Kings still suck, they've been able to really rebrand their franchise. Like, dude, people in Sacramento love fucking going to Kings games, even though they suck. It's crazy. It's because they got the beam, man.
I was just gonna say it's all about the beam.
Oh, about the
People
beam.
just wanna
And dude, if you've ever been there, downtown Sac with the new stadium is actually really nice. Like, it's actually a very pleasant place to be.
People just want to see the beam. I say they got rid of the wrong basketball team in Sacramento.
That's fucking funny.
You know, it's all about the beam. I'm gonna switch it up real hard because I just realized it's like 7:23. We gotta roll through these Dragon Ball GT episodes.
GT. Who cares about episode 24? Episode 25 is the GOAT.
Yeah, 25 is the episode I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
So 24, we're back at the hospital on this random ass planet. It's still on fire. Goku rescues the little alien boy that we know is Baby, but they don't yet. But we will learn that they do.
Yeah.
I don't know. This plan kind of seems stupid. So, Goku's afraid of hospitals, so he insists that he will not eat food at the hospital, so he makes them catch fish at a nearby creek. Then this little alien boy approaches Pan alone because it's Baby, and Baby wants to... I keep using the word possess in my notes, like he's a fucking ghost, but that's the word I used.
Yeah.
He wants to possess Pan's body. He actually lets out a really weird line. He says something like, "Her body will be mine," or something like that.
I remember that, yeah.
That just translated wrong, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, but Goku and Trunks interrupt. They catch Baby before he can take over Pan's body. So then the doctor comes out and tells Baby, which is still the little alien boy, "Hey, you got to get back in the hospital. You're not ready yet." I pointed this out. Baby possesses the doctor with no cuts or open wounds.
Yeah. I remember you talked about that with Gohan too.
And it happens again at the end of this episode. Baby, to me, that I don't know if that's like a plot hole.
The way that they explain it is that anyone you'll see it when he possesses Gohan. Fucking spoilers, like anyone gives a shit. But when so for anyone that's stronger than Baby in his current form, they have to be exerting their max power for them to be open. Because if they're flexing all their power, they're not defending themselves. But for anyone weaker, like this average doctor, this kid, he's able to possess them because he's stronger than them. I'm pretty sure that's how it's like explained.
But even then, that doesn't explain the cuts and open wounds that he needs to get. Would it just be like if they're stronger, they need to have an open wound also?
Yeah. They need to either be they need to be defenseless, which is why when they're like flexing, like powering up and all that shit, they're not focused on defense. So that's like, or if they're cut, their defense is open.
Well, so now Baby is in the doctor. So I call him Baby Doctor. Baby Doctor convinces Goku to come into the hospital to get some food. And then he offers to give Trunks a tour of the hospital to see all the technology. So while Baby Doctor is showing Trunks some high-tech microscope, Baby Doctor starts strangling Trunks, which at first was very frustrating because Trunks is not fighting back at all. He's just getting choked out by Baby Doctor.
Yeah.
But then Goku walks in and blasts Baby Doctor. Or Baby at this point. Baby has now revealed himself. And they all tell Baby that they've sensed his power for a while now. They just didn't really say anything for I don't know why. So then we get a quick scuffle. But then Baby cuts open Trunks and gets into him, takes over his body. But then we see that Trunks is actually strong enough to overpower Baby and expel him from his body.
Yeah, we get that goated scene where he powers up in the corner that's in the original opening, the step into the grand. That one, where Trunks is powering up. That scene is in the opening. I've always thought that scene was sick.
Yeah. So Trunks kicks Baby out of his body. And then Baby escapes the hospital very quickly because we just kind of cut to the next scene where he's just at some random.
Yeah.
It's like an airport, but it's
intergalactic,
planetary.
bro. Yeah.
So Baby possesses some random lady who's boarding a ship to Earth. And Goku, Trunks, and Pan just say, well, fuck it, let's just go back to the ship and go back about our business, even though I mean, I guess
they don't know where he went, this intergalactic threat.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't have a way to know that he's going to Earth, but I don't know. You would think like, hey, stop by Earth and check on your people really quick, just because this guy, Baby, has now just kind of vanished into.
Yeah, I think it's because they only have one Dragon Ball left, and if they don't get the Dragon Ball, the Earth's gonna blow up. Because
they have like 2 or 3 left.
Oh shit! Well, even more so then, because I know once in the episode where Baby comes to Earth, episode 25, it's been 9 months, so they only have 3 months left. So I'm sure they're like, oh, we need to just get the Dragon Balls and then go head back and check out.
I know they don't make it, right? The Earth does blow up.
Yeah, but not because they don't make it in time.
Okay, so they do get all the Dragon Balls.
They do make it in time. Yeah, we'll see soon.
All right. So, anyways, we got episode 25. Back on Earth, Vegeta is shaving his fucking mustache.
Hell yeah, goated.
Goten is spitting absolute game with this girl named Valise on the phone.
He was spitting crazy game. He said, "I'd go to the ends of the universe for you." I was like, "Damn, that's a crazy ass line, bro."
Chi-Chi is talking to Bulma, and she wants Goten to pull a fucking virgin. Yeah. But Goten's not worried about all that shit. Goten doesn't worry about body count. So, realistically, Goten's like, oh, I didn't know you've had a boyfriend before or something. And Chi-Chi's like, I wish Goten would find a girl who hasn't had a boyfriend. She's like, I married my first boyfriend, referring to Goku.
Yeah, he wants her to get she wants him to get a chick from the countryside.
So before Goten goes on his date, Chi-Chi tells him to be careful with those city women. So Chi-Chi is red-pilled.
Chi-Chi's based, man.
Yeah, Chi-Chi is watching Andrew Wilson on YouTube in her spare time. Goten doesn't notice that Vegeta has shaved his mustache, and so Vegeta's pissed about this. And then Vegeta walks into the kitchen, and Bulma compliments his face, but Chi-Chi doesn't notice, so he's pissed again. And we get the classic flashback scene where her name's Bola in this, right?
Bola, yeah, Bola.
We get the great scene where Bola tells Vegeta that his mustache makes him look like a geek, and he's just fucking devastated about it.
I asked my friends the same question. If you had a daughter and she said that shit, would you shave it off?
If I had a daughter, I wouldn't give a fuck.
You wouldn't care what your daughter thinks?
No, my daughter's a fucking retarded whore. What do I care? Whatever woman has my child is going to be fucking retarded, first of all. So no, I'm not going to care what my daughter thinks.
That's fucking funny.
What are you saying? You would be devastated?
I wouldn't be devastated, but I'd at least consider shaving it off. I don't want my daughter to think I'm a fucking dork ass fool. Because you
I don't know.
need your daughter to respect you at the end of the day.
I guess it
Ideally.
depends.
Yeah.
I guess it depends. It depends on who I have the daughter with.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Is this like one of those Nick Cannon daughters or like an actual daughter?
Not like your real like Vegeta's daughter. Like he loves his wife, he loves his daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it would make sense. So back out on some random planet, Goku and the crew, they're still collecting Dragon Balls. We get a really cool Looney Tunes, like, comedic bit right here. Goku gets the Dragon Ball from under, like, this giant cat monster animal thing, but he wakes it up on accident, so the cat monster starts chasing them, and they run off a cliff and fly, obviously, and then the cat starts running off the cliff in midair, and they start pointing down, like, "Hey, you're not on ground anymore," and then we literally see, like, the Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote bit where the cat drops off the side of the mountain into the ground. It was pretty funny.
Oh, facts, and like the way he trips and pulls the whisker off, and that's how the cat wakes up. Dude, I love that OG Dragon Ball humor.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
Back on Earth, we see that Baby's possessing humans looking for the sands. He's literally in a human body asking, where are the sands? But obviously humans aren't aware of what the sands are. So Baby, how does he possess multiple things at a time?
All right,
Like,
so after he possesses someone once, which we'll see with Trunks pretty soon, he lays eggs in them since he's a parasite. Parasites lay eggs. And then
okay.
after a certain amount of time, the eggs wake up and then he's possessing all of them because they're all infected with his like parasitic virus.
So that's how he's going to repopulate a planet with Tuffles.
Exactly, yeah.
So so now we see Goten, the ultimate Chad. He's getting ice cream with this total babe, by the way, named Valise, who tells us that she's never had an ice cream cone. She's only had ice cream in a bowl with a spoon, and she really makes a big deal about this.
Yeah.
So we see that Baby is blowing shit up right behind them, but Valise tells Gohan it's probably just some kind of festival or some shit.
Yeah.
So Hercule shows up to fight the baby human, the human
Goated.
the baby is controlling, but he breaks his ankle jumping off a fucking building, which is like, yeah, no shit, Hercule. What did you think was going to happen if you jumped off a building? And everybody, there's a crowd that's gathered. They start to laugh, and Hercule's like, oh no, he kicked me when I wasn't looking. And it's like, brother. Hercule also has the Hulk Hogan hair at this point. I'm almost thinking that Hercule has to be kind of like a Hulk Hogan spoof.
Oh no, it's Hulk Hogan is actually depicted in an episode of OG Dragon Ball. It's like confirmed that Toriyama and like the staff, because wrestling was huge at the time.
Yeah.
This is 1996, so Hulk Hogan's pulling the NWO shit in WCW.
So Baby walks up to Hercule and asks him if he's a Saiyan, which just, of course, that word freaks out Hercule. And then back to Goten, I wrote Valise basically tells Goten that she's a virgin, so Goten is on fire.
Yeah.
Valise tells her that she's had boyfriends, but she's never been on a date because her family would never let her go out with the boys. She was too young, so it sounds like she would just have like play dates at her house as a child. Is what?
Yeah, or like that those people that date in like middle school and they just hold hands and shit.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So Goten and Valise happen to walk up on the scene with Hercule and Baby, and Hercule tries to get Goten to fight Baby for him because Hercule knows he's about to get his ass whooped in front of all these people.
Yeah.
And the only reason Goten does anything is because he sees this baby human talking to Valise. So Goten attacks, kicks the guy away. He drops that great line where he's like, Valise, are you okay? Did he say anything improper?
So goated, man.
Valise tells Goten, no, it's fine, but he did ask about sands, and she has no idea what that is either, of course.
Mm.
So then we see another baby possessed human comes out of nowhere and attacks Goten, and then another. So there's now two humans that have attacked Goten. Goten pulls the Chad move where he throws Valise up into the air, takes out the two attackers, and then catches Valise. And she drops the line, I've never been held before or something. Like, I've never held me before. Goten's just completely on fire.
Goated, man.
It's funny how Chi-Chi was like, oh, I want Goten to have a girl that's never had a boyfriend before. And she technically is like I said, she's definitely she's never had a fucking ice cream cone before. Like, how innocent could you want a girl, dude?
Facts,
she's never had an ice cream cone.
It doesn't get much more innocent than that.
So it's funny, the cops finally show up, which I did want to make a note. Hercule shows up before the police do. So there are cops in Capsule City, or West City, I think it's called.
Yeah, West City, yeah.
So the cops show up. They finally arrest the baby-possessed humans, but then we see another human is getting possessed. So I'm assuming the eggs are hatching.
Yeah.
And Goten tries to leave with Valise when he senses Baby's power finally, just before he gets attacked. And Baby finally reveals himself to Goten. So Goten has Hercule take Valise away before squaring up to Baby just before the episode ends.
Yeah, and Baby's in his new form. He's not in the super small form anymore. He's grown slightly.
Yeah, he's got the clothes on, which Dragon Ball GT is super weird with their clothes. Like, as much as I do love the Super Saiyan 4,
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
where do they get those fucking tight jeans from after they become a giant monkey?
Well, the funny thing is when there's a scene later on where Vegeta loses Super Saiyan 4 and his shirt grows back on when he's in base form.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awesome, but that's that Dragon Ball shit. I know for Baby, his shit is not closed. It's his weird like parasite parts. Like the bigger he grows, the more like he's essentially growing like weird bug wings.
Well, and then remember in Dragon Ball Z when Piccolo puts on Goku's fit with his hand? Remember the scene on the outside of the hyperbolic time chamber when Bulma brings all the Saiyans, the Saiyan armor?
Yeah.
And then Gohan walks up to Piccolo and says, I want to wear your outfit because you're like my trainer.
Yeah.
And Piccolo puts his hand over Gohan's head and kind of powers up, and then his clothes turn into Piccolo's clothes.
Yeah.
So Piccolo can just make the fit with his hands out of air because
Yeah.
Piccolo is really that focused on the fit.
Facts. We see the fit.
I was gonna say I love all the comments on all the we see the fit, Piccolo. Yeah, Piccolo is great.
Yeah,
Piccolo he's not appeared in GT yet, has he? Or was he in like the first episode?
Piccolo. We have not seen Piccolo yet. No.
I bet you, like when I was a kid watching this for the first time, the whole time I was like, bro, where the fuck is Piccolo?
Piccolo is goated.
Yeah, 25 is obviously awesome.
Oh, facts. Yeah, episode's awesome, dude. I'm waiting for 28. 28 is one of the best looking episodes in the entire show. It's the episode where Baby has Gohan possessed and he pulls up on Vegeta. Dude, it's like one of the best fights in the series. It looks fucking tight.
I've seen a clip of when Gohan pulls up on him, he's driving with Bola and he blows the car up and Bola gets pissed and Vegeta throws Bola and says, go the fuck. Like Vegeta realizes shit's popping off.
Yeah, no facts. That's a great fucking episode. I'm really looking forward to that.
And at this point, Vegeta is the sole protector of the Earth right now.
Yeah, no, it's true. And it's even implied, I don't know how true this is, but some people interpret it this way. It's actually implied that Vegeta is slightly stronger than Goku at this point, because if you'll notice when Baby does absorb Vegeta or like possess him, he says, I've obtained the ultimate Saiyan power. And even though he's already met Goku, so does he mean like on Earth, or is Vegeta stronger than Goku? You know, it's up to your interpretation.
I would think because Goku's a kid, and we've already seen that Goku can't even stay Super Saiyan very long.
Some people do interpret it that way. They say that Goku's power is officially not nerfed as a kid, according to the creators, but because he lacks the stamina to hold Super Saiyan 3, you could make the argument that Vegeta's stronger.
Yeah, he can't even do instant transmission.
Yeah.
And I would guarantee you the only reason Vegeta doesn't do instant transmission is because he's never been interested in learning it, because it's not like that can't be that powerful of a move.
Nah, I agree, but I also think that seems cool, dude, because Baby really wins this shit for a while, man. He's a good villain.
Yeah, Goku fucking dies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he only comes back because the Kais go to King Yemma and say, hey, we need you to, you know.
Oh, no, because Baby Vegeta throws a fucking death ball at Goku. Goku's about to die, but then Kibito Kai, because they fuse, he saves him at the last second, and then he teleports him out.
Okay.
So he would have died, but Kibito saves him, and then you get some weird episode where Goku plays like chess with these two raccoons or some shit.
Yeah, for his life back or something.
Yeah,
I saw a clip of that.
It's funny, but it's a weird episode.
And then I know they basically tear his tail back out of him.
Yeah, they rip his tail out with pliers.
Why didn't Vegeta just do that?
I really don't know. I don't know what the explanation is. I think just because they didn't know that could work.
But I mean, once Goku comes back and says, hey, this is how I turn Super Saiyan 4, Vegeta, they just tore my tail back out.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if there's an explanation or not.
I bet you there's not.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as everything goes back to normal, if I'm Vegeta, I'm saying, hey, how'd you do that? Goku just says, oh, the Kais they can just yank your tail back out of you. Then Vegeta should just go to Bulma and say, hey, fuck it. It's just going to hurt. Pull my tail back out, though. I want to
have Bulma do it. Would you want your wife to pull your tail out over the Kais?
Well, then just fucking, just have somebody, have Goku do it. Like, hey, if you can do this shit, then obviously I can.
Yeah, true. Maybe Vegeta wouldn't want to do it because, like, oh, that's embarrassing. But maybe if Bulma were doing it, he'd be down because he was down for the blood sway machine to save everyone.
Yeah, which even the blood wave machine logic, how does that work if she doesn't have a tail? Does it just is it so hyper with the blood waves that it kind of
Supposedly, the explanation that people roll with is that without the tail, you can't obtain the natural blitz waves. But when they're so concentrated with the machine, you don't
Yeah.
need the tail anymore because they're getting absorbed no matter what. They're getting shot into him essentially.
Yeah, he should have just had somebody pull his fucking tail back out and you would have been set.
No facts, yeah.
But dude, I just like lost a fucking piece to this thing that I'm messing with. I don't know. I don't really care about it.
I'm messing with the cube. I still have mine.
I'm pissed that mine fucking popped.
Dude, you must have been squeezing the shit out of it, dude. Because I mess with mine quite often, and it's never exploded.
I wasn't even really messing with it that bad, I didn't think.
Then maybe you got a defect.
Yeah, it was just some kind of a broken one, I guess. It, was gonna break on me or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 25 was great. It's funny how quickly we're getting into like Goku goes Super Saiyan 4 within the next 10 episodes.
Yeah, it's true. I also liked episode 25. Rick looked really fucking good too. I think the animation's getting kicked up a notch.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole art style of this show is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, hard segue into wrestling stuff. The only
Let's
reason I
go.
thought of wrestling stuff really is because I saw Wrestle Ops tweeted, God, I fucking hate wrestling today. WWE announces that the song Godzilla by Eminem featuring Juice WRLD is the new official theme song for Monday Night Raw.
Isn't Juice WRLD dead?
Yes.
What? How is he on the song then? What is that?
They picked a song that probably came out in like fucking 2017.
Dog. I heard the Stranger Things episode fucking sucked. I didn't watch it.
I don't even know why the fuck they would do something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they just thought it was going to bring in more eyes.
Yeah, more eyes, more kids, more money, really, probably.
Godzilla by Eminem came out in 2020. But Juice WRLD died in
Maybe it was like unreleased or something until
in
then.
2019. So yeah, he must have recorded it like a year prior. But just why are you picking a fucking song by Eminem for the song for Monday Night Raw? Like, there's no way Triple H doesn't go online and see all the people saying we want rock music back in wrestling.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised they haven't caught on that people, and it's just true. Like most like modern rap does not mesh with WWE very much.
It doesn't at all. I've
Yeah.
never seen them pick any song other than a rock song that fits.
Yeah,
The dilemma with that is that rock music sucks nowadays. Who
it's
knows?
true. There's no pickings.
But the thing is, if they're willing to take old songs, like in 2026, if they're willing to pick a song from 2020, then just
Yeah.
go back and pick a fucking song from 2005.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, why are we gonna pick and choose how far back we go? I agree. I think it's because they think that no one likes rock music anymore. But I think most older wrestling fans prefer like that 2000 style.
Yeah, I've literally never seen a single person on the internet that says like, "Oh, I like hip hop and modern day pop in my wrestling." Every single comment says,
Well, and not to mention the comments, but think about all those edits that people make. They're not putting fucking Juice WRLD over those edits, you know?
I've seen one edit, when people do like the edit for matches on Instagram.
Yeah.
They'll edit like a match down to 3 minutes or whatever. I've seen one person pick like a hip hop song and it looked off. It felt like shit.
Yeah.
They're picking songs with washed and dead rappers to surface that. I do like Juice WRLD. I will say. Well, I like one song there's two songs that I really like by Juice
Isn't
WRLD.
he that I still see your shadow? That guy.
Yeah, and I hate that.
You like that shit?
I hate that song, but he's got two good songs. He's got
Okay,
one
okay.
song. I only remember the line, something about coding something on my nightstand. That's a good song. And then he's got the one song, All Girls Are the Same. That's a good
Damn,
song.
there's some simp shit, man.
Yeah, he's definitely like a simp rapper, but I almost felt like that was the whole point.
Yeah, true. People like that shit.
But I
They
think he was
shoulda-
going for like
I agree, Peña They should have picked Chief Keef. I'd be down for that. That's a rap choice I can get behind.
they just should have picked fucking any. It's just I mean, first of all, Eminem. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's fucking 2026. You're picking a fucking Eminem song. Second, you're picking an Eminem song from 2020.
Yeah.
Like, at least if you're gonna pick Eminem, just go all the way back to like 2001.
Yeah, facts.
But at the end of the day, they shouldn't pick any Eminem song. It should just be a rock song. Did you see that? I guess a lot of people thought that Chris Jericho was going to come back last night.
I did see that, yeah, and a lot of people were disappointed. I heard at one point the plan was to have him come back, but now they're saying the plan was always Royal Rumble.
That's what I saw a couple days or weeks ago or whatever, that it's always been Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, I feel like that was the classic time for people to return back in the day, so why not?
Yeah, they come out as number 30. Big surprise.
Yeah. You think they'll give him a title run?
I don't know. I'm pretty, like, I can't really predict what they do nowadays. I would hope they do.
Yeah.
I also hope they give AJ Styles a title run, but I don't think they will give AJ Styles a title run.
I've always thought that Triple H holds something against AJ Styles since he was with TNA for so long.
Yeah, I could see that.
Chris Jericho, I could see them just giving him an IC title run. I think he's one of the best IC champions of all time.
Yeah. I think they should give him a world title run.
I agree. He deserves it.
Yeah, Chris Jericho is awesome.
But he's a fascist.
Yeah, Chris Jericho is a fascist, according to fans of The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. It is hilarious that his wife was there at January 6th.
Dude, I love that lore. It's fucking hilarious to think that... Because isn't Chris Jericho fucking Canadian anyways?
Yeah, he's from Winnipeg.
That shit's hilarious. And his wife was storming the Capitol, bro.
Yeah, I think he donated like $3,000 to the Trump campaign in 2020, something like that.
That's nothing to him.
That's what's funny is it's just kind of like he basically handed him a $20 bill.
That's like me giving $3 away, I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, his wife being a J6er is hilarious.
That shit's awesome.
And people, if you go on the Facebook groups where people hate him, they'll tell you that she stormed the Capitol. I'm like, brother, you don't even know what she was doing. Maybe she was just there to like see the scenery or some shit.
No, I'm sure she's a fucking soccer mom and she was just like lightly there, like hanging out or something. Who knows?
But I like imagining her storming the Capitol, and then Chris Jericho hearing it. She comes home and she's like telling Chris Jericho about her day. Like, yeah, I just took a shit on Nancy Pelosi's desk.
That shit's hilarious.
But yeah, I don't know. Fucking WWE. All wrestling sucks now.
Yeah, facts. If only AEW were like a real contender, dude. I think if TNA went back to the way they were back in like the 2000s, I think then they'd be a serious competition.
God, did you see Sami Zayn's promo?
No, I hate Sami Zayn though. What'd he say?
He declares that he's going for the world title. Somebody, I don't want to play the clip because WWE always copyrights me, but somebody tweeted, same whiny promo, same hobo look, same underdog gimmick for over 12 years. Words dead ass can't describe what Sami Zayn is.
Dude, it's facts, dude. He looks like a fucking hobo. He looks like he weighs like 95 pounds soaking wet. Like, who wants this guy as champion? Do people like him?
And the promo that he's delivering, he's just in the ring wearing a brown hoodie and it looks like navy blue pants. Yeah, and he's doing this is my time. We know, and he always does right now. I hate Sami Zayn too.
Yeah, no, he sucks. I can't stand that fool.
He's just he's definitely a faggot, and he's one of those guys. It's funny because he's so low on the totem pole that he's not allowed to make political statements. So like,
it's true.
He'll like post a picture of himself wearing like a Free Palestine bracelet. He's done that before, where he's just like, he posts like a selfie and he just so happens to be wearing a Free Palestine bracelet.
For him, I almost kind of accept it though, because he is Middle Eastern. So I'm like, well, at least he has stake in this argument.
But then meanwhile, CM Punk is literally like out posting, protect trans kid. Like CM Punk is so fucking over that he can do whatever he wants. And Sami Zayn has to basically eat shit and like
beat around the bush with all his shit.
But yeah, I fucking hate Sami Zayn.
Nah, me too. He sucks. I've always thought him and Kevin Owens and all those other like ROH guys have been shitters the entire time.
Yeah, I hate Kevin Owens too.
Yeah.
There's just nothing special about him, and he's just a fat guy.
Yeah, fat guy who wrestles in his fucking wife beater that he goes to sleep in.
You ever see there are fucking just absolute faggots that will, like, if they heard me saying this, they would tell me that I'm body shaming Kevin Owens.
I've seen the wrestling comments, yeah.
Yeah. There's a Facebook page that was called WWF Old School.
Yeah.
And most of the commenters on that page seem to be like fairly normal. Like if you say some faggot shit, they'll tell you that you're being a faggot.
Yeah.
Whereas Cultaholic, specifically their pages, all their fans are absolute pussies. Like
Yeah.
if I go on there and say like Trish Stratus was hot, oh, so you don't value her wrestling skills as a woman? That's because you're like they're those type of people, and it's
Yeah.
like, brother, we all know Trish Stratus was hot. Like now that we're older, we can understand that she was a good wrestler for for a chick. But
Yeah.
nowadays, all the girls are fucking god awful nowadays.
You think so?
Oh my god, yeah. You
I
seen
don't
that
watch
clip?
any of the women's matches, so I don't really know.
Have you seen that clip of Becky Lynch in the? It was not in the War Games match where one of the wrestlers was like stepping on her head, and Becky's like literally crying as her way of selling it.
No, I ain't
Dude, I've
see it.
got to find the fucking clip. It was going around for a while. It's like it was the cameraman. He shouldn't have gotten that close up on her. But there was a wrestler who was doing the thing where they push her head against the steel cage on the floor, and she's kind of stepping on it.
Yeah.
But it really, you can tell she's not applying any pressure with her foot, and Becky is like trying to sell it, and it literally looks like she's fucking crying.
Dude,
And
I do think that for the women's matches that I have seen, I do think they try and emulate the dude style too much. Remember back in the 2000s, the divas, they just like pulled each other's hair and smacked each other and shit. I think they should go back to a more like woman style of fighting. I
yes,
think when they try and do like this dude style and try and wrestle like the guys, it looks so fake and choreographed, man.
yeah, but back then they thought like girls actually fight, and like, there's nothing sexist about that. Like girls slap each other and pull their hair.
Exactly. Pull each other's hair and smack each other and shit like that. They don't do fucking swanton bombs off the top rope. Not like dudes do either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, the girls nowadays are way too obsessed with we can do what the men do.
Yeah, exactly. They
And,
should stick with their own style. It'd be better.
and then there's also the clip of Nikki Bella slamming Becky Lynch's face into the announce tables. Have you seen that one?
I think I have seen that
And
one.
she's
Yeah.
going back and forth, and Becky's literally just hitting her hands on the announce table like that spot, but it just looks fucking awful. Becky Lynch in particular is really bad.
Oh, she's really bad. She only has clout because she's with Seth Rollins, but
She only
that
has
is one thing Stone Cold said in his interview with Chris Van Vliet. He said, "If I could tell one thing to the wrestlers of the day, it's like you guys need to learn how to sell. Everything looks so fucking fake now."
she only has clout because of that time that Nia Jax punched her in the face.
Oh yeah, true.
That's when that whole the man thing started, because she got a bloody nose, and it made for a really cool picture. But ever since then, that's where her whole thing got started. And
Yeah.
everyone just started acting like she's good. Honestly, like the women wrestlers, they really just get like pandered to. Like it's just people that want to talk about, oh, the women are just as awesome as the men. And it's like,
Well, you have those fans, and then you have like the Gooner fans who watch it because that some of the divas are hot.
the Gooner fans are better because they do.
Exactly. At least the Gooner fans are honest. I appreciate it.
There are Instagram accounts that just straight up post edits of like, they just zoom in on Liv Morgan's ass in the ring, and that's all they post. And I'm talking,
that's what the divas were for back in the 2000s, bro.
yeah. And I mean, like, straight up, just all the clips are they're just zooming in on Liv Morgan's ass in the ring. And that is the whole reason for these Instagram accounts to exist. I actually wish I had saved the one that I'm thinking of, but yeah, no, they're just not good nowadays. And like I said, I don't think there's anything wrong with saying it. Like, just objectively, they suck.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta find that fucking Becky Lynch clip, but of course I can never find shit when I'm like on the spot. It's like horrendous. I can't believe you haven't seen it because it was viral for a while after. It was like after War Games. But yeah, I guess it is. It's just Becky Lynch in particular, but it's just all of them. They're just all too obsessed with trying to do what the guys do. And the thing that's funny about them trying to do what the men do is that the men suck too nowadays.
I was gonna follow up my comment with that because I'm like, dude, honestly, the men's style sucks today too. It's so choreographed, so flippy. Everything looks crazy fake. Like, obviously, I know wrestling's fake, so it's fake at the end of the day. But if you look back at like Stone Cold and The Rock throwing punches, you can at least kind of believe that they're trying to throw hands. The punches today look terrible, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just believed that there was actually two guys like at least fighting or whatever. But yeah, there's that clip from Vince Russo that I think I reposted where he was saying that You know, back then you watch it and you believe everything when you watch like during the Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression, and now you watch and it's just fucking impossible to believe anything.
Yeah, well, none of the dudes are there. Like the only dude left with aura is fucking Brock, dude.
Yeah, Brock does have the most aura. Brock is the only guy that when he does stuff, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah, well, and Brock Lesnar's music fucking hits, and he comes down the ramp, you're like, oh, this guy's gonna fuck them up. Like you really believe it. But everyone else, like, I look at Seth Rollins, I'm like, this is the dude that's gonna fuck them up.
Yeah, or fucking Sami Zayn.
Yeah, or fucking Sammy with the hobo look. No, hell no.
Or Kevin Owens with his fucking bowling ball stuffed underneath his shirt.
I can't believe they let Kevin Owens wrestle fucking Stone Cold, bro. That shit's crazy to me.
Dude, that's one of those weird. Was that Vince or Triple H by then?
Oh, that was still Vince.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck happened to Vince. That's the funny thing is how many people are calling for Vince to come back, and I would say bring Vince back just because of like nostalgia's sake, and Vince is awesome, but Vince made some really bad calls in his later years.
I only want Vince back to have him on screen, but he's not in that shape of his life anymore, so I wouldn't want him back, honestly.
You can't really understand a word he's saying now.
Yeah, dude, he's like Ric Flair. The older they get, the less you can understand them.
Dude, Vince's voice is like there needs to be like scientists involved in figuring out what happened to Vince's voice.
Dude, I think it's because he had that raspy fucking voice. I think his vocal cords just fucking gave out on him.
Yeah, but his voice was always raspy, but just like
Yeah, but now like that shit's just completely burned through. There's nothing left.
yeah, there comes a point when the rasp stops or something, but with his it just never stopped, and like it's continuing to become raspier,
Yeah.
and there's just gonna be nothing left by the time he dies.
Yeah.
The thing that sucks is Vince is probably gonna die. Like everyone predicts he'll be like 120. But really,
Yeah,
he's probably gonna die when he's like in his 80s or 90s, and it's gonna be like one of those super big surprises.
I think he's 80 right now, isn't he?
I could see that.
But yeah, I mean, he's still in good shape, bro. I know he still lifts and all that, so that's good. Hopefully, he lives for a long time. He deserves it.
I can't believe I'm still trying to find this fucking clip of Becky selling. I did find one really quick.
I see it.
I'll do this without any audio, as if that'll help. But let me see. I've also never pulled up YouTube Shorts before, so hopefully this works out.
Oh, dude, that's
No,
terrible.
this one.
Oh, I did see that one. I lied. I did see that one. That's horrible.
Yeah, it doesn't even go on for long enough. I wish the clip, I don't know why they cut it, but it goes on way longer than this too. And she's just straight up just hitting her hands on the fucking tables.
Yeah, dude, they don't give a fuck anymore. It's sad.
No, they're honestly like, okay, here it is again. Like, bro, what is
The way
she
she like slaps her hands down too is just terrible.
Yeah, it's like blatantly obvious.
Like fucking sell. If you're gonna be a pro wrestler, you gotta fucking sell.
I think a little bit of it is that, like, I don't want to say they're too obsessed with safety now, but there's all this big push to be like, yo, yeah, we take pride in like taking care of each other and being safe. And it's like, yeah, but you got to have a little bit of like risk in there. Like you're a fucking professional wrestler. Like you should understand that you're taking a risk.
Well, and there's a way to be safe while still making it look real. Shawn Michaels kicked dudes in the face for 30 years and it looked real every time.
Yeah. Yeah, they just all really suck. I'm still trying to find this fucking War Games clip because it's like horrendous. But yeah, no, there's this big, and you'll even see people simping for them in comments. Like if somebody points out that it looks fake, people will go, "Oh, did you want them to actually hit the other person? They're just being safe."
Oh
and then
my
luckily
God,
a
dude.
smart person will comment and say, "No, I want them to make it look like they're hitting the other person."
I want it to look real because it's clips like that make people shit on pro wrestling at the end of the day.
Yeah, it just looks cringe to see.
It's
Becky
comically fake.
Yeah, it looks cringe to see her slapping the fucking announce tables like that. And the fact that her hair was in a ponytail doesn't help. Like,
Yeah.
I know that's why Triple H said he always had long hair. It's movement,
Yeah.
and it also covers up if you were going to do something like that.
In fact, it could cover up the impact.
Yeah, but that ponytail was a bad call, and that's not me telling her how she should do her hair, but it's,
Misogynist.
yeah. God, how can I seriously, this clip was, like, trending for fucking weeks, and now out of all times, like, I can't fucking find it. I coulda
Mm.
swore I had it bookmarked too.
Maybe
Let
it
me
got
look on
deleted.
let me look on Instagram. Yeah, it was literally one of the wrestlers was stepping on her head. You know, she was on the floor pressed up against the steel cage,
Yeah.
and she was kinda stepping on her head and pushing it into the cage at the same time, but you could just see she was putting no pressure on her head at all with her foot, and it was Becky, like, literally, like, it looked like she was crying.
Mm.
Like, her way of selling was, like, she was screaming and, like, crying about it, and people were like, "Bro, what the fuck is this?"
That's fucking funny.
Yeah, I think recently people have just kinda realized that she's a terrible wrestler, and she's just been getting by on her gimmick for
The
years
man.
at this point.
Yeah.
But her gimmick is over, she's not the man anymore, like, what is she the man of?
Yeah.
That gimmick in the first place, I always thought was kinda stupid.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because she's a chick and they're calling her the man, like,
Dude,
oh
you know what it reminds me of? You remember in School of Rock when the fat kid's like, "Oh, Mrs. Mullins, you're the man," haha, to the principal?
Yeah.
That's what I always thought of whenever I heard her gimmick name.
Um You know what's funny is that AEW, I think one of the first women wrestlers they signed was that Nyla Rose dude.
What?
You don't know anything about Nyla Rose?
Is that the trans wrestler or whatever?
Yeah, the fat
got
dude?
for a second, I thought you were talking about Nia Jax, and I was like, "She was with AEW?"
No, Nyla Rose, she's the
I
fat guy.
I remember the lore, you told me about it before, yeah.
Yeah, she's a fat dude, and if you say anything about it in any 'cause, you know, AEW fans are absolute faggots.
Yeah.
They will all blow up on you. "No, Nyla Rose is a woman." Yeah, Nyla Rose was AEW's first women's champion. AEW's
That's
first women's
crazy, I didn't know that.
champion was a dude.
That's wild.
It's a fat dude, and then it's funny whenever Nyla Rose injures somebody, people are like, "Bro, this is, like, literally everything wrong with America now." Like, this dude is hurting fucking girls in a fucking fake combat sport.
Facts, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Nyla Rose was the first AEW women's champion.
They
Which
should've
really
yeah.
just, like, set the bar for, like, everything they were gonna do.
Facts for AEW, yeah, people should have known that it was gonna be shit back then.
I kinda had a clue when before they even did their first match, I remember seeing a video that was, Cody Rhodes and his wife, Brandy, and they talked about how at all their shows in live, like, in the arena, they're gonna have, like, sensory rooms or something for people that get overwhelmed by all the
Oh god, dude.
so they can go in there and play with toys and shit. And I was like, "Oh god, is this really gonna, like is it gonna be, like, a real modern day wrestling thing?"
That's wild.
And those are the fans that call WWE the Fed. And then, of course, we'll never talk about where Tony Khan's dad sent his money to during political campaigns.
Facts, or where Tony Khan's dad gets his money in the first place.
Yeah, that too, and which means where Tony Khan gets his money from.
Yeah.
'Cause Tony Khan is literally just a rich kid whose dad bought him a wrestling promotion.
Facts, yeah.
And definitely does cocaine too. Okay, fuck it, I can't find the clip. I'll find it eventually and I'll just send it to you.
Next show.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else going on in wrestling today. The only thing I'm looking forward to is Chris Jericho return. That'd be it.
Oh, facts, it's gonna be sick.
Yeah, I'm curious. I hope, and I imagine they'll have him use the Break the Wall Down music. I can't see, you know, he owns Fozzy, but I couldn't see them letting him use the Fozzy theme.
I think, you know, because there's a lot of WWE fans who are only WWE fans. I think for the sake of the people who haven't seen him in forever, I think him as his Y2J character needs to be the case. He needs Break the Walls Down.
I will say, I think if he wanted to use the Fozzy theme, though.
Oh, they would let him in this modern era. I think they're pretty chill about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And I could see him doing that because it's his band, but I really hope they use Break the Wall. I mean, it's a cool song, first of all.
Yeah. No, while we're on the topic, though, I really wish Randy Orton would use Burning My Light one more time. That song is so fucking cool, dude.
It's his best song. I can't believe he doesn't like the song, though.
Yeah, I heard it's not that he doesn't like the song, it's that it reminds him of being, like, addicted to painkillers or some shit.
Oh, grow up.
I agree, I'm like, "Dude, but the song is fucking tight." Like, you gotta use it at least one more time.
He's saying it reminds him of when he was fucking feeling good, and that's what I would say about that.
Yeah, when he was fucking being the man and shit, the legend killer. So goated, man.
The best story, I think I've talked about it here before, when Cody tells the story of Randy pulling the urinal off the wall.
Oh yeah.
The
So
best part is
Cody
he
wants
tells
to-
the story. First of all, Cody tells, he's just a great storyteller. But yeah, he tells the
is, yeah.
story about how Randy pulls a fucking urinal off the wall and floods the hallway. And then the next day they call a staff meeting and they go, "We want to know who did that." And Randy goes, "Yeah, I want to know who did it," in front of everybody.
Nah, Randy Orton's the fucking man, bro. He's also another guy who still has aura if he didn't dress so fucking retarded.
That was funny. You sent me that video. And I was not. I thought you were kind of just being a dick at first. And I saw him walk out and like, oh, he does look kind of goofy in those sweatpants.
He looks retarded, but if you look back in the day when they had the dress code and everyone's wearing suits and shit, fucking way cooler, man.
Yeah. Or at least like, you know, an outfit that makes sense with the character. Like Triple H in the leather jacket and the denim. Like that shit made sense.
Facts, yeah. Not a fucking bright blue jogger sweatpants or whatever the fuck he was wearing.
It looks like he got out of bed. Or no, it looks like he went to the gym and then came to work.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, they definitely got to fix that. But I guess Randy Orton is probably one of the few guys that literally could do whatever. He could literally go online and tweet, "I voted for Donald Trump." Like if he wanted to, he could just say whatever. You know, it's Randy Orton.
Yeah, dude, have you ever seen that clip of him when he was streaming like Call of Duty and he says the N-word?
I know I've seen it before. I haven't seen it in a while though. I'm gonna refresh my memory after we're done here.
That shit's so fucking funny, man.
Yeah, Randy, he could do whatever he wants. I hope when he retires, and he's probably gonna go on for a while. I mean, he's not. I don't think he's said anything about retiring anytime soon.
No, I don't think so.
I also think he's pretty happy just being like a mid-card guy or whatever.
Yeah.
The jobber vest.
I mean jogger vest. Like the fucking sportswear.
I do hate it when he wears those zip-up hoodie vests.
Yeah, facts.
I used to wear one of those in high school though, but that's because it was like a scene kid thing for a while to wear the sleeveless hoodie.
Oh, that thing? I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, I do hate when he does the sleeveless hoodie with the trunks, like the no pants.
Yeah.
I generally hate the t-shirt in trunk. Like CM Punk kind of pulled it off somehow.
Yeah.
Because his knee pads were so big.
Yeah, facts.
But I usually hate the shirt in no pants. Yeah, no, Randy, he should be dressing a little bit cooler, but I don't know, what is Randy's like signature fit? He doesn't really have one if you think it. Like I said, Triple H had the denim jacket and the leather, but Randy doesn't really have a signature fit.
Yeah, that's true.
I am also tired of Seth Rollins' and Becky Lynch's outfits. That's run its course. They need to stop with that shit.
I agree. I'm not a Seth Rollins guy at all, so I agree with you.
It sucks. I used to like him, but nowadays he seems like kind of a fucking retard.
Yeah.
But all right, it's 8. I'm gonna call it.
Let's call it.
Whoever's left, there's probably a couple people lurking in the shadows. I will be back on tomorrow because Johnny and Annie are supposed to come on tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I told Potomax earlier if Johnny gets too loud tomorrow, I will just start taking control and turning his fucking volume down. Because last time he was on, he was just laughing like horrendously loud into the mic, and it was way too loud. So I will control the volume tomorrow if I have to. And I won't even say anything to him about it. I'll just start turning his fucking volume down, which I'm sure Annie will enjoy. But right on, good time.
So peace. See you all next week.
I'm gonna hit the outro.
And we're all here today to groove and have a beautiful time together, and that it's only the beginning.